Oh, good morning. How's everyone?
Hello.
Hi. Welcome
Hello.
to, what are we at? Session
It
14 of
is.
Hogwarts: The Next Generation. We're moving
Oh
along
yeah.
pretty good.
hmm
Um,
Mm.
yeah, we have a fun Halloween-esque episode still, because it's Halloween in game, and well, it just finished in real life, so it kind of works out. So yeah, we are going to go move along today because we do have a fair bit to get done, and we do have a 3 hour hard stop. I also have, I think, one prank to go right or wrong today, redeemed from last week, so we're gonna have that today.
Oh, I forgot
At
about
some
that.
point. So yes, it'll be fun. So I will bring it over to Mariana for our recap and just say whatever you need to say.
Yeah, so hi everyone. If it is your first time watching, we are D&D Play 20. This is our one of our campaigns here on Twitch. As you can see, it's a Hogwarts-based campaign. And if you want to know what D&D Play 20 is all about, we're an amazing community from people all over the world that love to play games. And you can meet people, make friends, play all sorts of tabletop, and yeah, have fun. So
Mhm.
I am supposed to be doing the recap before or after the introductions of the characters.
We'll do the recap after we introduce our characters.
All right. So who
So
we're
we'll start with
starting?
yours.
Okay. Hi. My name is Mariana or Vagabunda, and I play Ava Harper, a cheeky little minx that is a Ravenclaw and thinks she knows better than everyone. And I will popcorn it, I guess, to Gideon.
That's me.
Hmm.
Hi, I'm Saint. I'm playing Gideon, who is a Slytherin, and a Weasley, and that's fine. Everything's fine. Um, I, however, am a little bit sick, so that's all that I have no more thoughts. That's it. Ow. Maddie, you go.
Hi, I'm Molly B. I play Maddie Scamander. She's an awkward Hufflepuff kid who comes from an overbearing and well-connected family from New York City. And she really likes her ferret and her new grap horn. Um, Chester?
Hello, all. Belvedere here. You can tell by the beard that I play an 11-year-old little kid,
Yep.
part of Hufflepuff.
Hmm.
Take it away, Amelia.
Hi, I'm Annie. I play Amelia. Cute little Ravenclaw kid with the most adorable Winston, who's an owl. She sort of made a ghost upset and then felt bad about it, but is going to avenge. No, she's not because she's a good kid. Alonzo.
The best for last. Hello, I am Raza, and I play Alonzo, simply the best Sabini. And as like the name says, he is the best. He is currently Lord Eleganto's consort or compadre. Uh,
Yeah.
so look out. They're gonna take over the school. Yeah, Slytherin.
Right, so that brings it back to me for the recap, I guess, right?
Yep. Sure
I
does.
suppose, yeah.
Okay, so it is the first time I'm reading this. Bear with me.
Okay.
Well, a
Not
whole
a long
bunch.
one.
No. Uh, a whole bunch of things happened last session. First, we caught up in the Hufflepuff common room with Maddie after the Quidditch match. The night before, as she noticed that Kiki Wang was hovering over a neatly wrapped package with a jade bow on top, and was told that her grandmother had finally sent back their tea readings and looked a little hesitant to open them, so it was put aside for later. She also noticed the very happy Chester in a chair with his somewhat aggressive cat hanging around the Hufflepuff team after the tie with Slytherin. Come Monday, we pick back up with the group outside a door on the second floor with James Potter II after they all just drank a truth potion and gave their word not to say anything to anyone about what they are going to see and hear. They found themselves inside a pantry full of candy, and once they filled their pockets, robes, and face, James took them to a wall where he tapped a few bricks with his wand as they all watched them part and a spiral staircase appear going down. Down the stairs, he informed them that they were heading towards an area called the Chamber of Secrets and that they were going to be asked to join a special group. After going through a sewer and around a bunch of rocks and an old decaying basilisk skin, they hit the Chamber of Secrets door. James put a quick spell on Gideon so she couldn't hear what he said in parcel tongue, and the door opened and they found Professor Minerva McGonagall sitting on a couch as a cat. The next hour was something special for the group as they found that an old group called Dumbledore's Army was still going strong, and James wanted to bring them all into the fold. After a lot of questions about why first years should be part of this, they all agreed to help as much as an 11-year-old can, and each were given a special task. Professor Minerva then looked at Amelia and told her that Sir Nick had asked her for a favor, and after making sure he was allowed, the retired divination professor Firenze was going to lead a seance to summon the spirit of Emily Woodville so we could get more answers. After all this, it was time to get their results of the tea leaves from Kiki. There was a lot of information here, so you will need to listen to the VOD to get it all. Suffice to say, Kiki's grandmother seemed to really know these students just from reading their leaves, and I think later they will have a lot more questions about them. The rest of the week went by fast, and once midnight hit on All Hallows Eve, it was seance time. This was done in the restricted section of the library where Emily worked as the Hogwarts librarian, so her connection was strong here. Once everyone was in position with wands in a circle around some of Emily's old possessions, the ceremony started. Using an item called veil glass as an anchor, they connected with Emily's spirit and the questions started. The questions were back and forth, and Amelia asked one, then Emily asked in return. Our party found out a few things here. First was some information about Thomas Wake. He was a one-time friend of Nicholas Flamel, the creator of Philosopher's Stone, and there were rumors that he was seeing someone named Morgana. Second was the former Defense Against the Dark Arts Professor Isidora Moganach was cursed by Thomas before her death a few years later. But before she died, she married one Theodore Greengrass and had twin sons. Emily's final warning was to help the descendants of Isidora before their line ends due to the curse. After the spirit of Emily finally departed, our students had a lot of questions and finally a few links answered. But there were a few still to look into. First, who sent Alonso and Amelia the books in the first place that put them onto this path? Maybe Peeves, because he was seen looking at them as they were explored in the library, I guess. But why would a mean poltergeist want to help them? Guess they will have to find him and ask. That was the session end. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you. That was good. You can take your inspiration.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. I don't know if you're going to need it today, but who knows?
I'll keep it. Especially when there's a chance of a prank going somewhere.
Yeah. This is true, too. Perfect. All right. Well, you guys all had maybe a good night's sleep, maybe a bad night's sleep. All depends on what you guys think after your seance that you've seen. So we are pretty much starting off. It'll be Tuesday morning, October 31st. Today is Halloween. You still do have classes today. So yeah, let's do a quick initiative to see who gets to tell me what they're doing when they wake up.
Quick thing as well, thanks to Castro, we have the next spell going wrong.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
Oh boy.
Okay, 17 for the Medi.
I got a natural 20, so it's a 19.
Okay.
Thanks.
Molly got a 17. Sorry, not Molly. Maddie got a 17.
Maddie.
Need Chester and
got it.
Alonzo. Dirty 20 for Alonzo. And what's the Chester get? His first initiative in a while.
Yeah, I have a character sheet here somewhere. Sorry.
Okay. 12. Perfect. Okay. Ava and Amelia, I need you to roll off, please. Or just tell me what your dex is.
Okay.
I would assume the same.
Mine is a 12.
14.
There you go.
Ooh. Amelia goes first. Okay. So, Alonzo,
Yes.
you're the first to wake up. What do you want to do before you go for breakfast, or what's your morning like?
First of all, always, without fail, he tends to Mr. Elegante. He
Mm-hmm.
makes sure he's groomed. He makes sure he has a neat little bow tie. He's got one for each day of the week. And once he's immaculate and fed and looked after, he is going to then turn his attention to his research, which has been
Okay.
entrusted with, which I believe he had a lot of things to think over.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's kind of excited about perhaps learning occlumency and a bit of legitimence, and he's kind of like trying to keep that on the wraps. He doesn't want to like be so blatant that he's excited, but he's kind of like, he's a little bit more smug than usual. Like, I don't know if that's possible for him,
I
but
was
it,
gonna
it
say, is that
definitely,
possible?
yeah, like it's just a little bit more, you know,
Mm-hmm.
bigger smirk on his face than usual, I guess. He's been very bad at keeping that under wraps, I suppose. But I suppose, yeah, he would do a little bit, like he'd write it down, like he would write down what he knows,
Yeah.
keep it safe somewhere, keep it secret,
Yeah.
and then he'll probably go to breakfast and just wait for everyone else.
Okay. Any thoughts on what you were asked to do?
A lot of them. He doesn't actually know where
No.
to start. Like he's like,
Or how
oh,
to go about it?
kind of whispers to Mr. Elegant, like, okay, so I need to find the spy, and what do you think? Like he kind of talks, like he bounces ideas to Mr. Elegante, and Mr. Elegante
Mm-hmm.
just looks at him like, kind of like, you know,
What does that
you
have to
figure it
do
Yeah.
out.
with
It's like,
me?
bro, I'm a
It's
cat.
pretty
Yeah,
much
like it's not my
I'm gonna
job.
have to do this
So
for you, aren't I? Yep. Yep, I
Yeah.
am.
like, so yeah, so he's like, okay, all right, you know what? You're right. This is my task. I will make you. I'll...
All
Mr.
right.
Elegante just yawns at him, like, "Ah,"
Mm-hmm.
and he just bored of the, of the conversation. And yeah, he will. I guess when he can, he will go talk to the Persian. It was the Persian's master, wasn't it? That's good at occlumency and vigilance.
Yes.
Who was the one
Yeah,
that?
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
you were told to go to Professor Kowalski.
I think, yeah, he will when he has the time. Obviously, maybe not
Yeah.
at breakfast, but he will probably
Yeah,
make some
exactly.
time to go during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Gideon, what's your morning like?
Gideon sleeps in like Gideon always does.
Yep.
And then Gideon goes to breakfast.
Because
Okay.
food first.
Ta-da!
That's it.
It's nice and simple.
There's-
Okay. You will
yeah,
notice.
there's nothing that have from what happened that would be like, well, I should
Yeah.
do this first, because kind of just waiting to be called for the
Yep.
super secret class.
Yeah.
So
And you'd all gave like he told you like this isn't gonna happen now. Like,
yeah,
this is
it's gonna be a
a
minute.
later on, maybe after Christmas or
Yeah.
you never know. Whenever you're called, you're called.
So as of right now,
Um,
it's just normal operating procedures.
Pretty good news. Perfect. Maddie, how's your morning going?
Uh, Good. She's slowly waking up. I think she's just I think she wakes up and she's trying to kind of sort through everything that happened the past couple of weeks. But
Uh-huh.
she's a lot's happened. She's gonna get up and look for Chester.
Okay.
Um,
We'll go to Chester. What's your morning? After being shown a few things that I don't know how Chester felt because Chester wasn't here.
This is Halloween morning, correct?
Yes. Yeah,
So
right after
can you
you
check your
witnessed the
messages and give
seance.
me a yes or no?
Sorry.
You can just say it on Zoom.
Oh.
In suspense.
Apparently.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's nice to have Belvedere back, right?
It is.
We miss
It has
you.
been a hot minute.
Either way, Chester is not really paying attention to any of the things that have happened as of late. Just let them kind of fade into the back burner.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you see the message, Reza? Does Chester need a costume today or no?
Oh.
Uh,
I'm asking our resident Australian if dressing up for Halloween is a thing in Australia.
yes, it is. It is recently, yes.
Then when Maddie finds Chester, he is standing there. He's just got like a basic broom kind of leaning against the table. You see this lemon that he's probably borrowed from the kitchen that has like little white wings painted on it. That's his golden snitch. He's in his new used old Cedric jersey. He's like in the mirror trying to get his hair like just right and kind of half talking to himself, but just in his head, like watching his facial expressions as he's dressing up as Cedric Diggory for Halloween this year.
Aww.
Hey, good morning. I like your costume.
Thanks.
Well, I didn't really think about a costume. She's never prepared for anything.
Fine.
She's like, oh, I heard that we're supposed to be decorating for Halloween. Did you?
You guys already did. This would have
Oh, we already
happened
did that.
through
Okay.
the week, yeah.
Never
When you
mind.
guys actually hit up the
Just
main
kidding.
dining hall, you will notice the efforts of the Hufflepuffs, and I have a quick write-up of what you'll see.
I've been so busy decorating everything else that I totally forgot about a costume. Hey, how's your cat doing?
Just looks over and the cat's just like sitting there, probably giving him a death stare, but maybe sleeping.
There's definitely a one eye open, like, really? Ugh.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
No, Chester just nods, not really sure how to answer.
She kind of like side eyes the cat. She's like, okay. Well, hey, have you do you have another training session set up yet? And she kind of like drops her voice and like leans in and whispers and said, do you have another training session set up yet for like shape shifting?
For shape shifting?
Well, hang on. Am I getting something mixed up?
I'm probably missing a lot.
You were going to be doing stuff with Teddy.
Teddy. Fudge.
Sorry, no.
Okay.
Who was doing stuff with Teddy? That
Just
was
kidding,
Amelia.
Patsy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
You could.
Retcon.
Yeah. Hey, I've been thinking, do you know, do you think we could talk to the Hat about Peeves and how he got here? See if he knows anything? He's like the oldest thing in the building.
Of course we can talk to the Hat. I'm not really sure if we can. I was just practicing.
Oddly enough, out of the six of you, Chester has talked to the Hat more than anyone because that happened in your very first session. You just weren't here for it.
But he also knows that the Hat is in the headmaster's quarters and doesn't really know if they're allowed in there, even though he's been in there a couple of times with the more bold students.
That's the way to put it.
Yeah.
Maybe we could go talk to the headmaster later at breakfast.
It's a very nice hat.
Okay. All right, well, I was gonna go to breakfast. Did you want to come?
Just kind of looks at the mirror, flicks a little curl. Okay. Picks up his broom, picks up his lemon, just walks beside you.
Nice snitch. And then they go to breakfast.
Probably the best smelling snitch. Okay, perfect. Amelia, how's your morning?
She's probably going to be very tired
Mm-hmm.
because she will have been up all night, or most of the night, going through everything she has to see if there's anything that she had possibly missed.
Yeah.
And because she's tired, she missed a lot. Well, she didn't find anything new. You can
Okay.
do with that information what you will.
Yep.
Eventually, because I didn't think about that until
That's okay.
this morning. Um, but she'll call Winston, and if he shows up, she'll give him a treat.
Yeah. You're getting to the point with Winston now. Like as soon as you call, like he's almost like waiting for it. It's
Mhm.
like she's gonna wake up. She's gonna wake up. She's gonna wake up. Oh, there she is.
It's
Yeah.
like, dang it, wake up, woman!
Yeah, pretty much.
I want my breakfast.
Uh-huh.
And then she'll
Nothing
love on
much
him,
has
and then
changed
she'll
with him.
go.
Okay, perfect. And Ava, how'd your night go?
Well, similarly to Amelia,
Yeah.
Ava was up late, but not in not in their like common room. She would have.
Okay.
She probably would have hid, like, I don't know, in the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
And she would have written the letter that I told you about.
Yep. So you
which
did
would
that
have-
at night?
Yeah.
Okay.
She did.
So
She did.
Okay. All right. I wasn't too sure if you were gonna actually talk to Scorpius first about it.
No, she.
Okay.
No. She's gonna write the letter the way I told you.
Okay.
And
That'll
then, just to clarify, the night that we just had was
Yep.
Halloween night.
It was Hallows Eve. It was the
Hallows
30th
Eve, which
going
is
into
the
Halloween.
31st.
So. Okay, then
All
I'll
Hallows Eve
backtrack
is
that.
on the 31st, right?
Sorry, it would have happened like right at midnight on the 31st, on the 30th going into the 31st. That's what I meant.
I see.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
that makes a difference on
Like,
what she would
As
do.
soon as as soon as it hit the 31st, that's when the seance started.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, she would just once she finished the letter, which I think would have taken, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. She would try to get some sleep and then wake up early. Where would she go to? She would know because she's already sent a letter. But where would she go to send a letter?
Owlery.
Owlery. So yeah, she would
Yep.
wake up very early in the morning to make sure she can go and send it first thing in the morning before breakfast.
Okay. Okay. Right. And it looks like Gideon, Maddie, and Amelia all have student ties.
Oh boy.
And Chester.
And see that one. Oh, there it is. And Chester and Ava. Everyone but except himself. Okay, perfect. Everyone except Alonzo has a student die. Compliments of Alonzo. Okay, perfect. All right, so you guys all head for breakfast. You will notice that the map is now set for Halloween. I also have one for Christmas, so I like the Christmas one. It'd be fun.
Now Alonso has a student die.
Nice. You all have a
Yay.
student die. So at Hogwarts, I think I read this last time, but I'm going to anyway. Halloween is a grand celebration full of eerie charm and magical festivities. The Great Hall is transformed with floating jack-o'-lanterns, enchanted to grin and flicker with a special glow, casting playful shadows across the tables. Swirling clouds of enchanted bats flutter above. occasionally swooping down to startle all the students. You will have your head ghosts, nearly headless Nick, drifting through. You're going to be noticing lately the Gray Lady is more act like not sticking with the Ravenclaw Tower and is actually communicating with students more than she used to. She's getting more and more friendly, you guys would notice over the time that you have been here. There are a wide variety of things that are going to be going on, but there are a bunch of seasonal treats for breakfast. You have pumpkin pastries, you got butterbeer, cauldron cakes, chocolate frogs, your normal ones, a bunch of treacle tarts, eyeball soup, Hogwarts house cookies, spooky licorice ones, pumpkin juice, which is a staple at Hogwarts, and a bunch of weird things called acid pops. That is your pretty much candy that is going to be filled on your tables for breakfast, other than your normal regular food. Um, yeah, and most of the decorations were done by the Hufflepuffs this year. You guys would have done that over the weekend to get ready for Halloween. With your head professor, Susan Bones. Cool. Well, we will start in initiative. So, who's all participating in any of the Halloween-inspired breakfast stuff?
Oh, totally Gideon is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
beautiful. So, can I have intelligence saves from all of you for breakfast, please?
Probably not.
Do I get
Actually,
advantage
maybe.
being? Do I get
So-
advantage being a Hufflepuff?
No.
Oof.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, we set it up, so it was worth an ask.
This is true.
Oh, for sure.
Maddie got a 19.
I
Damn.
chose intelligence just for the fun part, but just mainly because, so Chester,
Chester has a +5. Damn. Oh wait, save. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
forgot.
it's not a save?
It is a
No,
save.
it is.
yeah,
It
intelligence
is a
save with
save.
a net 20.
I
That's
forgot
fine.
there was a save, so I actually got an
Oh.
18, not a 16.
Hang on, I gotta re-roll.
Yay. 13.
I got a
Why is
6.
this not happening?
I'm
I
sorry.
rolled a 2.
Gideon's like, it's
I like how
nice.
she says it like Gideon as well. I got it 6.
Okay. Anyone other than Gideon, 13 or under? I needed a 13.
Oh, that
13
was me.
spot on. I got an
'Cause I
8
rolled the
plus
wrong
5.
Okay. So, Maddie and
Really?
Gideon.
We both rolled a 6? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
That makes sense.
Beautiful.
Checks out.
This actually works out a little bit of fun. As you guys are enjoying your breakfast, you randomly bite into you'd probably almost like at the same time bite into something, and you start eating it. It tastes great. You're not too sure what's going on though. You look, your skin starts to turn blue, like you entirely go blue, and for the next hour, you can only speak in rhyme.
I will be muting myself. Goodbye.
Can't talk.
That is our prank done, right? Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
you two are now completely blue, and whatever comes out of your mouth for the next hour, it's just you need to rhyme.
I'm about to take a piss. This is crazy.
Uh-huh. You're not too sure who did it. Hard to tell. You're gonna hear a couple chuckles coming around, so it looks like whoever did it noticed at least a couple of you bit into the right ones and did not pass your saves.
Gideon does not mind being blue, but does wish it was green.
Of course.
Hates the rhyming, refused, but doesn't mind the
Yep.
blue.
Okay. At least it's only for an hour, which is pretty much your entire breakfast.
I would say Alonso notices Gideon's blue, but being
Everyone
Gideon,
notices.
yeah, being Gideon, he goes, "Heh."
Just assumes it's a costume.
Just another Gideon thing gone wrong or right, perhaps.
You'll hear a couple like all your headmasters are having breakfast and whatnot. And, a couple of them will just come up and go, "It only lasts an hour, dear. Just a couple harmless pranks. It's called a reversed potion. Just don't worry. You'll be fine. Just enjoy it if you want. I
Am
get
I
rid of
blue
it,
because
but
of you?
see, not because of me.
Nope.
It's pretty much your headmaster that came around and went,
Yeah.
no, I don't know. I think you'll be okay. You don't seem
Inside check on
allergic
the
to it,
headmaster.
so
It was him, wasn't it?
you can, by all means,
Certainly
insight check your
try.
headmaster anytime you like.
Absolutely.
Enjoy
Oh
that
God!
easy.
Now I have to ask him, but in rhyme.
Yep.
You do. Ooh, that's actually good.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, it's only a 9. It's only a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh hey wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh hey wait. Maybe this is fate. I
Oh,
need.
going for it.
Uh-huh.
Oh God. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna have to come. We're gonna have
Yep.
to come back to me.
By all means, that's fine.
Wait.
I knew this would be fun. Okay. By the time he makes sure that you guys are okay, and everyone is eating, about a half hour into breakfast, he's gonna tap his wand, and you're gonna notice he raises his voice a little and goes, "All right, good morning, everyone. Happy holidays. Happy Halloween. For those of you who celebrate Halloween." I have a few quick things just I need to let you guys know with what's going on today. You do still have classes. Yes, yes, I know. Shut up in the back. We got a few fun things for you. So, tonight, Hagrid here, he has been allowed. He's going to be showing you some, well, at least one of his favorite creepy creatures to go with this holiday. And he is going to be doing a lovely bonfire story for anyone who wishes a bonfire story before bed tonight. That'll be at, when do I have it? I think he is 9 o'clock p.m. So, for anyone wanting to have a lovely story with Hagrid tonight and to be shown a couple creepy creatures, that'll be done out at his hut tonight at 9 p.m. Also, we are going to be having a special guest here tonight. I'm not too sure who all has met him before. I don't think he's been here in about 4 years, so I'm told. You're going to be getting a lovely ghost story tonight at 8 p.m. By the great Erling the Great. He is a ghost. He's a bard. He likes to sing. He likes to tell stories. So he's going to be visiting us here. Today is his death day, with the same day as Sir Nick. So tonight at 8 here in the hall, if whoever wants to have a lovely ghost story told to them before bed, by all means join it. We also do have a few more activities. And also we're going to be keeping up decorations for the remainder of the week, because I know the Hufflepuffs, you guys everyone give the Hufflepuff rooms an applause. They did a great job. Great job. Now, as a reminder for mostly you first year students, you may notice it's starting to get a lot colder here with the oncoming of winter. So make sure you bundle up. Castle is enchanted to stay warm, but there are drafts and it does get damp. Quidditch, for all you Quidditch folks, there's a lot of you fans. This Sunday, November the 5th, it's our first game of the year, Slytherins and Gryffindors. So, that's something to look forward to. If anyone has any extra activities during that time, they still will be on if you'd rather do them instead of Quidditch. Now, Christmas holidays, for those who celebrate it, will be from December the 22nd until the 7th of January. The class is resuming on the 8th. Last day of class will be Thursday, December 21st. So for anyone traveling home via the Hogwarts Express, you need to be at the station by 8 a.m. on the 22nd, no later. please start sending your parents letters home so that they are aware. Anyone wanting to stay here for the duration of the holiday may do so with your parents' permission. And those of you first years with herbology this morning, please report to Hagrid's hut. That is where today's session is going to be. Well, I think that's all I have. Enjoy your morning, enjoy your day, and we'll see you for the festivities tonight.
Is this at the beginning, middle, or end of breakfast?
Middle.
Middle, okay. Ava gets a bit confused, and she, like, gets up and walks over to the teacher's table.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, sorry, professors, do you not celebrate All Saints' Day?
You're going to have to tell Brandon what that is, please.
So, it's the 1st of November.
Okay.
So, you have some places celebrate Halloween,
Yep.
which is the evening, and some places celebrate the morning after, which is All Saints' Day. And from where Ava has grown up, that's what they celebrate. So she kind of looks at them very
They
confused.
would definitely know that. Brandon does not know that.
Yeah, she looks at them
Sorry.
very confused. Like,
okay.
So there's nothing on All Saints' Day? We don't go around early in the morning getting candy?
Well, which I would assume some people do. Who are you talking to?
She's like asking the headmaster just announced what was going on, so
general.
she's addressing them.
The headmaster's his first year here, and so he's probably going to just look around and go, I'm sure we can get something for you. Absolutely, that's quite easy. I would assume he'd know about it. Brandon does not. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, by all means. He's just going to look around at everybody. He's just going to look over and go, oh, the headmistress, Sinister, is going to put her hand up and go, don't worry, dear. We have everything covered. Not everybody celebrates it. Don't worry. We'll have a grand old time.
All right, thank you. And then she like goes back because she was so confused. She's like, why is it tonight and not tomorrow? She goes back and sits down.
That's because Brandon doesn't know all the other holidays.
No, it's fine. That's okay. It's literally the same thing that they do. It's just the next morning, kids dress up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And go knock on people's doors trick-or-treating, but it's on the, like, at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. the next morning, rather than...
We don't have that here where I'm from.
No, it's...
At all.
We celebrate that because of the earthquake that happened in Portugal.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Kids
Understood.
went door by door asking for a piece of bread for God's sake because of what happened.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will have to look that up for my own future knowledge.
It's pretty cool. That's what I grew up doing.
All right.
Chester's going to lean over to Maddie and like look away because she's blue.
She's blue.
She's blue. I think I have a reason to talk to the headmaster. Maybe you can talk to the hat then.
Yeah, let's go. I can't make that rhyme.
We'll make it so.
We'll make it so.
She's
Thank
trying.
you. I'm trying.
You're trying. That's the important part.
Like whispers to you, make it so.
Kind of looks at her confused as to why she's
We'll
writing so.
make it so. She's like stumbling over her words and they're not coming out right as she's trying to say anything.
Mm-hmm. That's fun. All right. So yeah, you guys can definitely go up and talk if you like.
Okay. Right now?
I don't know if we have time. Depends on when our first class is.
Well, you guys, so this morning, your first class for Hufflepuffs and Gryffindors are in herbology. We're going to be starting with that class. And then history and magic is going to be Ravenclaws and Gryffindors. So the Slytherins are not going to be learning anything today, but you guys would have learned what we're learning today yesterday on Monday. So you can pretend that you're there even though your characters are not.
Autopilot, got it.
Yep.
Would we have time after breakfast before class, or would we have to wait till later in the day? Is the question.
Well, let me just double check time
Assuming
schedule.
Maddie knows it's an hour, and she would probably want to wait until she can actually control what she's
She's
talking
not
about.
blue.
I can at least ask him right now.
Yeah, I'm just bringing up your schedule. So breakfast is 7:30 to 9. So by the time breakfast is over, you will be able to talk normal. So you would at least have time to ask before your herbology class at 9 o'clock.
Then yeah, we'll
Okay.
head up after breakfast.
Okay.
Hopefully Maddie
Okay.
knows how to get there, because
I did go there once before, but if you want me to roll history, I can.
No, you guys you guys know the school by now. I don't need to
Okay.
Yeah, you've been 2 months there. That's
Okay.
long enough to get to know the place.
Okay.
Just like every high school or school you go into, it takes at least a couple of weeks to get to know the place, and this place is quite big, so.
I don't think Chester knows it, but he's gonna walk like he does. 'Cause
Okay,
he's got that pretend confidence in.
beautiful. Okay. All right. Well, so yes, it's going to be, yeah, the Hufflepuffs and Gryffindors starting in herbology. So yeah, if you guys want to, did anyone want to do during breakfast, or you want to, anything else? Does
Don't think-
Gideon say
Mm.
anything during the hour that you're blue?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
I
Feel
think
like
I
the-
hear Maddie rhyming and I just don't.
I feel like the entire Slytherin table would be trying to instigate you, though.
Yeah, like trying
yeah.
to get you to speak. Yeah.
I will start a food fight right now.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you're getting a lot of, like, you're not the only two. Someone roll me a D100. We'll see how many. There's a lot of students in here. This is a prank that went on every
57.
table. Okay. 57 other students are now blue and talking and rhyming. So it's not just you. This is a entertaining breakfast. Yeah. Most of them are just like trying to come up with weird and wacky rhymes, and a lot of the older students are probably saying things that you shouldn't be hearing right now. Yeah, it's an entertaining breakfast. We'll even say Fred is definitely blue and talking in rhyme.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fred, of course. Probably ate the entire table's
Yeah.
worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You can either catch the headmaster before you go, or just head up to his tower. Up to you.
Well, we want to be in his in the room, because that's where the hat is, right? So
Oh, I don't.
Okay.
I was just gonna ask him because I don't
If
think
you
I
could
can
talk
rhyme
to the
through that
hat.
whole thing. um. Ah.
I'll leave it up to you. You can
well,
either
in
ask him at
theory,
breakfast.
by the time we get there, you would still have time after your hour,
Yeah.
Okay. All
because
right. Let's do it.
breakfast was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hour and a half. Yeah, pretty much at 9 o'clock when breakfast ends. That's when first class starts.
Yeah.
So you'd like
Yeah.
have a half-hour gap from when you're blue and not blue.
So yeah, as soon as you're like not blue, then Chester will
Okay.
look at you, and he's kidding.
Okay. Perfect.
Unless the headmaster hasn't left yet.
You would notice that he's usually like, he stays for like the first hour.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Let's go ask him. Okay. So glad I'm not blue anymore. She's gonna head up to the front. Am I not blue? Am I still blue?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
And talking normal again.
okay, great. So we head up to the front.
Mm-hmm.
Headmaster, excuse me.
Hi, what's up?
Well, we wanted to talk to the hat. Could you help us with that? This is gonna rhyme. Sorry.
It's okay. I see the coloring's gone, but the rhyming's still there. It should usually give it a bit. What would you... No one really wants to talk to the hat. He's a grumpy old grouch. Anything I can help you with?
Well, we wanted to talk to him about Peeves the poltergeist and why he's lost all his feist.
He's gonna kind of look at the teachers beside him and go, sorry. Not many people want to talk to Peeves. Usually he's a pain in the butt from what I've been told. Most people haven't seen him, I think, and the headmistress is going to go, he's around. It's just he just has been hiding. We haven't figured out why. Why would you think the hat would be able to tell you about him?
He's really old, and maybe he knows more.
Okay.
There goes the writing. That's all I had planned.
Just a general curiosity, or do you have anything specific?
Well,
They'd have no idea what happened yesterday, like during the night. So
oh, okay.
yeah, they weren't there for it.
We think that he might know more. He might know something that's making him scared. I don't know who's next to us or like who might know. We can't say anything about Dumbledore's army, or
Nope.
or do we have a new name now?
Nope, that hasn't changed. Yep.
As we're talking to a Dumbledore. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Chester,
there's one
will
beside
just
you, but yeah.
kind of speak up. I kind of have a private question to ask you, and I told Maddie that the hat was just really nice. So even if he doesn't know anything.
Well, that's a weird question first thing in the morning, but it is Halloween, so if you, yeah, sure, come on up to the office.
Thanks. And
Yeah,
we follow.
he doesn't get many visitors, so we'll see what kind of mood he's in. Okay. All right. You guys are going to be a while on your walk. And righty. So, while you guys are going for your walk, anyone else doing anything or just heading to classes?
Just class, I think.
Ravenclaws are in Transfiguration this morning, along with Slytherin.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be in Transfiguration class today. One of your hated classes, I believe. Everybody hates that class. Perfect. Okay. Well, along the way to the headmaster's office, he's going to pretty much ask you, like, what's going on, guys? Why? Are you just curious about Peeves, or... I personally don't know a lot about him because, well, I haven't really seen him. I just have notes from the previous headmaster that he's just, like he's a pain in the butt.
I mean, if he changed his whole personality, there's probably something going on. So I just wanted to see a little bit. I wanted to learn more about that and see what he knows about the school.
Okay. Well, I would suggest more on weekends and not during class. So let's hurry along because you do have class here shortly. So eventually you guys head up to the headmaster's office. So I'll move maps for us. I can find the headmaster's office pretty quick. You can tell that you have his, you've piqued his interest a little. You will, once you get in there, notice his augury is just pretty much sitting on a perch, minding its own business. He goes over to a corner and like pretty much like it's almost like a little closet that kind of shifts and moves, and the hat's just sitting on a pedestal. He's just going to pick up the hat and go, sorry about this. These two have a couple questions for you this morning. If you'd like, I can get the hat. And twin hats. Since you're talking to him.
Nice.
I love it. Hi.
Chester will attempt to kind of lead the headmaster maybe a little bit away from Maddie, stay in between them, and have his talk while they have their talk.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Good morning. Ooh, I recognize you two.
good morning.
Couple of Hufflepuffs on Halloween.
Yeah,
What
happy Halloween.
can, what can, what can I do for you? This is different.
Well, you're you're really old, right?
Well,
Rude.
I really don't think of myself as old. I'm just a hat.
Have you been here since the school started?
Well, I was created for the school, so I've been here for quite a long time. Yeah.
Were you here when Peeves got here?
Peeves was always here.
Hmm.
He kind of came with the school.
Huh.
I've never had the ability to. He's never put me on, so I really don't know what's going on in his head. It's kind of hard to read a ghost, well, poltergeist.
Hmm. So you
Um,
don't
what specifically are you looking for? I know lots of stories about him.
Well, do you know anything about where he came from or who he was?
Oh, well, from what I can gather, um, he's gonna kind of look at the headmaster and go, "Am I allowed to tell these?" The headmaster is just going, "It's news to me. I don't think it's gonna hurt them." Hmm. Well, Peeves, he's a special case. I think the founding four, when they built this place, from what I can understand, I don't know why, but I personally think Peeves, I think they built the school on top of his grave. And he has been irritated about that ever since. I think this was his home first.
That's really sad. Um, hmm.
I wasn't actually going to tell you guys that for quite a few years, but this happens.
Hmm. Do you know what his name was?
You know, I don't know if anyone's ever thought to ask.
Is his grave still around somewhere? Like
I would
his
assume we'd
tombstone?
have to move the school to find it.
Hmm. And his tombstone's probably gone too?
Well, I think it's probably part of the school by now.
Hmm.
You'd have to rip up the foundations, I think, to find it.
Okay. Hmm. Um,
Any particular reason you want to know about him? I don't. It's been a long time since anyone's bothered to care about him.
he just seems really scared lately, and we wanted to see if we could help. She's
No.
kind of
Yeah.
fidgeting as she says that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, the headmaster's, you're getting to the point where he's just kind of going, I don't think I should have done that. Um, hmm. He's pretty much going to put the hat, take it off, and go, well, these guys have class to do. I'll look into it for you guys. Don't worry. And he's pretty much just going to put the hat back, and the hat's just going to go, no, I don't mind staying out.
Oh.
This is why I was gonna distract the headmaster. Fail.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Did Chester, was it? I remember your sorting. That was an interesting day. Anything you need to wonder about? How's
Uh,
your how's
I,
things going?
I was kind of wondering if I could stay here over the holidays.
Oh, the headmaster's going to go. Oh, he's going to think for a sec. Yes, Chester. I think I already pre-planned for that.
I don't need a letter.
Um, I don't think you do. No, I'll sort that out. There's going to be about, I think, 12 of you so far that I know of. So you're not going to be alone. It'll be nice and quiet, though.
Chester's kind of beaming, but trying to hold it together.
Okay.
I'll just look at Maddie. Wait, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Okay. Enjoy your class.
Thanks, guys.
You're going to get
Bye.
both of them kind of like, enjoy your class. You'd be able to tell that the hat, he can kind of move on his own a little bit. Kind of like watches you guys go. And then those two immediately go into a conversation.
Happy
was
Halloween!
Oh.
Go ahead, you're good.
Yep.
No, I was gonna say I was expecting you to say that the hat was trying to like shuffle away from the headmaster to not put him away.
A little bit, but it's more if he's holding on to it, the hat girl can't do a lot.
Yeah, fair enough.
That you know anyway. Okay. Well, I guess you learn information when you go ask. All right.
Go, Maddie.
Yeah, there was no reason for me to make you do a performance roll or persuasion roll for that. Hatton doesn't really know not to give information up.
Cool.
Cool. Anything else for you guys before first class?
No.
Perfect.
Can I just confirm that I did manage to send the letter?
It's still early in the morning, so if you wanted to race to the Owlery before first class, by all means, yes.
She wanted to do that before breakfast. She would have been a bit late
Okay.
to breakfast.
Oh, okay, that's fine too. Just give me a quick performance roll to see how well you
did
try to accomplish it.
Yeah. I will use my D4 for this one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a nat 20. Perfect.
Is it? Okay, good.
Yeah, this is the roll of the game, so I'm very happy. So that is perfect. A 20... Wait, performance, did you say?
Yep.
24.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. That is the thing I wanted to be very careful with. It worked out. Nice.
Okay. Yep, we'll see how long a response takes.
Alright.
Alright. Let's just say you're not high on his priority list.
No, of course not. So I know that. So it's just we'll see.
But the important part is it's a great letter. Okay.
Yeah, I will send to you the way I've planned it soon, but
that's fine.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's move us over to Hagrid's hut. With the Gryffindors and the Hufflepuffs. So, while you guys are along the way, you're going to be told you're going to have Hagrid with you. He would have escorted you guys with breakfast. He's just going to say, well, today we have something special for you all. I am here to have you guys learn about how I take care of my pumpkin patch. Neville is a little busy doing a few things today, so I have been told to bring you here to teach you how to grow my pumpkins. One of those things people always ask me, how do I get them so big? Well, now you're going to find out. So,
how big are the pumpkins?
Right now, most of them are gone because it is like Halloween. Most of them are being like cooked for dinner tonight, and you would have seen over the last week him carting a whole bunch up. But they're like most of them are bigger than you.
Wow.
By now, there's like a wide variety of them. You would see a couple of them like get themselves into the ground and start walking up towards the castle as soon as they're ready and ripe.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's quite entertaining. There's not really any his size, but most of them are quite bigger than you. He does have like 7 or 8 different varieties that you would notice. You can give me a quick perception check for anyone can, because you guys would have learned this on the Monday for the rest of you also.
It's a 12.
Was it perception, did you say?
Yes. Your passive works too.
Oh, then it's a 16.
Okay.
20.
I know most of you guys are pretty good. Anyone 15 and over with either your passive or rolling, you're gonna notice that there's a lot of extra things helping in the garden with the pumpkins. You're gonna see him kind of go over and like grab a couple things and go, "You shouldn't be here. Go home." He's just gonna look and go, "Oh, chuckles are everywhere this time of year. Ugh, can't get rid of them. They like to help, but they don't help. They cause more problems." Anyway, first you start off with the help of some magical fertilizer. Well, really, it could be just normal fertilizer, but if you like me, I get the odd bag of dragon dung from Gideon's father. Um, he likes to send me a whole bunch of stuff. I mix it in, I toss it in the mix. Even just some pulverized mandrake root works just as good. But with the barn being so handy this year, it's been a nice, easy job to get a wide variety of droppings to add to the mix. So you always got to start off with a good base. Now, has anyone here grown pumpkins before? The rest of you can feel free to say if you have.
Nope.
None. They're
I wouldn't
quite
think
good.
So.
I know they're more seasonally, but here I can pretty much grow them year-round, even in the wintertime. They do pretty good here. You do have to be careful to choose your seeds carefully. Most of the seeds I use are from the previous generation. I save a few of the bigger ones. He's going to point to like some that are like almost maybe half his size, like a good like 6 foot big. Those ones over there, I usually save. I dry them out and then I replant them. They seem to like growing in the same location, and or so they tell me to. They enjoy it here. Well, and for lucky us, being in Scotland, we get lots of rain, so watering might pretty much just a couple of them are self-watering, so it's not too bad. I do have an enchanted rain barrel for the just in case. Now, can I have actual perception checks this time, please?
It's an 8 for Maddie.
23.
I think
Okay.
Maddie
I'm gonna
is
have
just...
you go. Yeah, for the other guys that aren't currently here, I'm having you roll for other students.
Mm.
Oh,
And what's Chester's?
13.
13. Okay. I only needed a 13, so that's good.
Maddie's distracted because she's kind of glancing over at Gideon every once in a while because she's
Gideon wouldn't be here.
distant. Oh, sorry. Never mind then.
Yeah, it's you and the Gryffindors.
I'm random
Okay.
student number 4.
Okay.
You are.
Yeah.
You have Chester.
Okay.
And your cousins, the Lorcan and Lysander, the commanders there too.
Okay.
Yeah. So, perfect. You guys eventually see as he's rambling on about pumpkins and how to care for them. He has his wand, his new wand, just like dangling, and you're gonna start to see it glow golden a little bit. He's not paying attention to it at all. He's more looking at you guys, but it's kind of for Chester, mainly Chester. You notice that it's getting like a deep gold color.
I think Chester just assumes it's normal.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Well, luckily for Gideon's 23 for random Gryffindor student number 4, let's go with, well, Rose is there. Rose is smart. Rose is gonna just walk up to Hagrid and go, Hagrid, it's glowing. Hagrid. He's just gonna go, what? Oh. He's gonna pull on his wand and it's glowing gold, and he's just gonna go, oh, you guys are in for a treat. There's a Niffler handy. Let's go find it. Come with me. I gotta find this. If it's I don't want it digging up the roots. Likes to do that. So can I have survival rolls from Maddie and, well, from pretty much everyone, please?
I got a nat 1 to my nat 20, so can that be Fred?
Yes. We'll have Fred face down looking in the dirt.
Alright, perfect. I have done my job successfully.
You have. That's great. Ooh, and a 3 from Raza. Okay. Gryffindors are not doing great.
Haha.
I'll say you rolled for Polly.
Oh, we don't like
Stupid
Yes.
Polly.
Yeah.
She can take my net 1 that I rolled
Yeah.
before.
She's more sitting, like laughing at Fred because Fred is being Fred. Okay. Belvedere's rolls the best. So Chester, you see every time he moves it, it glows brighter in one area and then the other. And would you point out to him that? Like every time he's like trying to almost like hone it, like a homing device, he's trying to look for something.
I think Chester would like toss up his lemon and catch it. Like,
Okay.
I got it, and just start walking in that direction.
Okay.
Strutting,
Luckily,
doing his best Alonzo impression.
give me a performance
I,
roll,
dem-
please.
I demand a, yeah, I was going to say I demand a performance check, please.
I didn't say it was a good one. I said he was doing his best.
I know.
12.
Okay. 12's better than the nat 1. That would have been your disadvantage roll. 12's enough to it's not perfect. Maybe someone who knows Alonzo might know what you're trying to do, but
I'll
kind
add
of hard
my-
to tell.
I have my D4 for 13.
Okay. It's still pretty much the same.
Yeah,
It's close. It's more
a little better, a little bit.
that's not normal. Yep.
It's noticeably different
It's-
from Chester's
It is a
normal
noticeably
walk. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. In Chester's mind, you're still doing perfect. You guys walk for almost a half an hour, and you're gonna see Haggard just stop and like smell, get on the ground, wave his wand, and go, this is the first time this has happened since I was given this. There's got to be one here somewhere.
The further they
and you
walk,
guys-
the more Chester's confidence starts to wane.
Now it's a nat 1.
Yeah, it's like it's almost as if he hovers you're in like a 100 foot circle now that he's trying to pinpoint it, and then eventually you see, just because it's fun, we'll have Fred trip over, and like you almost see Fred just start walking and go. He gets sunk into the ground. Oh, I think we found the hole. Ooh, looks like we got one that's dug a nice big hole. Any of you want to go take a look in the hole? See what you can find. I'm a little big. Fred's like literally climbing out and going, nope, nope, dark, nope, 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 not me, nope.
Maddie like wrinkles her nose. She's like, I'm okay.
Any volunteers?
Sure, Amelia will do it. Well, wait, no,
You're not here. Yeah,
That's right.
I will
Ignore
let
me.
Spirit, she does.
I will let you control another player if you like, though.
No, I'm good. Ignore me.
Can Polly go in there?
Can we throw Polly in the hole?
What, you guys are scared to go in? I'll go in. Fine.
Chester's
Nice. She
probably
falls in.
power posing, but not
Polly gets
actually
bitten by a
volunteering.
snake.
Yeah.
Polly gets eaten by a man-eating plant.
Oh no! Terrible.
Oh no! As Alexa like kicking. Oh no! What a tragedy.
Well, she's gone forever. We could still save her. Nope, gone. I don't know.
She's dead.
R.I.P.,
No,
bro.
it's almost like I can still hear her.
Sometimes I can still hear her voice.
If you guys don't want to go, I have light on your guys' characters, so I'm just gonna pretend that she's in there.
It's all black for the stream. I don't.
Does
yeah.
Maddie should have a little bit of light?
Yeah.
Maybe just because it's her character, she's the only one who can see it?
Yeah. If you don't
I
mind
think
just
so.
giving me access to the token.
Sure can.
So that the stream can see it.
Yep.
Darkness.
I am the darkness.
Give me 1 second here. I need to change the main one.
Thank you, and sorry about this.
That's fine. It does have controlled by tech.
I'm not tech. That's yeah.
That's Peter.
How about now?
That's Peter. I can see. That is perfect.
Perfect. All right. So eventually, you're gonna hear Polly, even though it's just Maddie. Maddie's token. You're gonna notice Polly just start going down, and you're gonna hear her just go, "Oh, this is deep, Hagrid. I don't want it." Hagrid's just gonna like. This is like a fair size hole that she's found, and it is like a massive big tunnel. You're gonna hear her grunt and scream and go, "Ugh, there's bugs down here. I don't like it." But she would have like put Lumos on her wand. And eventually, you're going to find her completely. You're gonna hear her start to go, "There's something weird down here, Hagrid." As she gets more and more in here. I'll just bring it all open for you guys. You're eventually going to, had you guys been there.
I think the longer and more unsure she seems, eventually Chester would probably have to, he'd feel obligated to follow eventually.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Maddie
Well,
will
I'll just
follow
say that
Chester.
you're currently Maddie's token then for Chester. Just so I don't.
For
put
the
my back on.
record, Gideon would have been down there in a second.
I know Gideon
Yeah.
would have been
Would.
down there in a second. I know. Eventually, you guys are going to hear Chester and Polly say, "Hagrid, there's a Niffler down here. I think it's one of the students. And there's a lot of stuff down here. Chester, give me a quick perception or investigation."
Let's go with investigation.
12's enough. You found an old Niffler hoard. As you look through down here, you notice that it's quite dusty down here. You can tell that the hole has been dug quite a while ago. Most of the things here are quite old. You're gonna find a wide variety of jewelry, watches, buttons, brooches, small mirrors, rings, keys, glasses, that sort of thing. It's pretty much like it's almost like a big bedspread has been put on, and over the years, just it's been piling and piling and piling up. And you do see a Niffler, which you guys have met Nibbles before. Nibbles the Niffler has found himself an old, very old dragon
so
horde.
Cute.
Dragon
Sorry,
horde.
Niffler horde.
Uh,
And is currently in the
Oh my God, I
process
love
of
him.
adding stuff to it.
Wasn't he the one that was nibbling on the wands?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's managed to get himself somehow out of the barn and found an old Niffler horde and is adding to it.
Adorable.
So Chester, are you going to try and grab the Niffler? Or are you going to just let him go? You're going to, like, it's hard to hear Hagrid the deeper you guys go. Like, this thing is, like, as the map is, like, you went down quite a bit.
Probably. Wow, is that why they were set down?
He just wants, yeah. You would, Hagrid would have said, if you can find them, grab them. They're not that quick.
Yeah, if she doesn't, then he would attempt to, or take
I'll
his
take
lemon and put it in his pocket. and pass off his broom and attempt to chase this sucker down.
Like this place is like you wouldn't be able to stand in here, but kneeling is quite easy. So give me just a quick dex check, please.
Maddie did
Can I use
follow.
Accio on this thing?
Yeah, absolutely, you could.
Yeah,
learned
let's
it.
try that. With Cedric's confidence, he'll just pull out his wand.
Maddie
Mhm.
followed you down, so she's just blocking the exit. She's like,
Okay. Yeah, you found one exit.
okay. Well, she's blocking the entrance she came from.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, the Niffler rolled a 1, so he's not really paying attention to you guys, and it's almost as if, like, as soon as you go Accio, he's just more trying to add to the pile with something, and there's nothing in his hand. It's like, and as soon as he's noticed, it's like, oh crap. He's not struggling though. It's just more of a hi.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of gives it
we'll
like a little snuggle.
catch him and attempt to carry him back.
Okay. I will let you bring him back. Polly's pretty much like immediately going through all this crap. Like
What did you
it's more of a, oh, you're doing that? Okay, thank you. Mhm.
Maddie's gonna pop over to the horde and see if she can help retrieve stuff.
Okay. Give me a quick investigation roll, please.
The 20.
Which is good. You will notice that Polly has also like honed in on a few things, and there's at least a dozen wands in here, quite old, and even one of them's broken.
Wow. Wow. How old do you think this is? She's gonna.
Yeah, with a 20, you'd also notice like she's thinking of like taking some of this stuff. But now that you're here and it's more, let's just take it all up to Hagrid. Fine.
I think Polly also was misplaced in the house.
Yeah.
Highly possible. But the hat's never wrong. Never.
Yeah, she's gonna start grabbing some stuff and maybe like take off her and like wrap it in her cloak.
Okay.
Start
Yeah,
putting
there
stuff
is
in
like
there.
a bedspread. You could just put it all
Oh,
in
perfect.
and like
Okay.
drag it back all up. Perfect. All right.
Oh, this is heavy.
So you guys eventually make yourselves back out of the hole. Hagrid's just gonna look at everybody and go, "Oh, that's quite a pile." You guys okay? He's just gonna like start using Scourgify to clean you guys all up.
There's a whole lot more.
Wow. Okay. Well, he's just gonna like take a look around, put a mark on the ground so I can find it again. Okay. You guys are like close-ish to the Forbidden Forest, like right almost on the edge where you guys currently are. And he's just more like looking around, going, oh, "I think that's it for today, class. Yeah, I'll take this up to the headmaster's office and he can go through it. Good find. This thing has come in handy today." And he's gonna like grab the Niffler out of Chester's hand and go, "How did you get out?" We'll have to find out.
Probably dug out.
He shouldn't be able to.
Hmm.
Must have snuck out through a door. Now, I'll figure it out for us. Good job. He's pretty much going to award, for those who went down, 20 house points, including lovely Holly.
Oh.
But we get 40.
You did get 40 because there's 2 of you.
Yay.
Perfect. At some point, I will update our house points for everybody, too. I believe Hufflepuffs are in the lead.
Now, did Maddie notice if she pocketed anything?
With a 20, it
Polly
was
did.
to the point where Polly was like almost in the middle of doing something, and then Maddie came like right up behind her, and it's like, ugh.
She's like, "What you do?"
What was she trying to take?
Yeah. For the most part, the wands.
Okay, just the ones. Okay.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Where
Who doesn't want to look at old wands? Mm-hmm.
Chester.
True. True. Perfect. All right. So that is your lovely class. I found this map and I went, oh, that's a Niflhorde. That's what we're doing today. Cool. So yeah, you're pretty much going to be. You're going to notice that Haggard's kind of like peeking through everything, and he's just going to go, oh, that's really old. Oh, wow. Well, that's like 1920s and 1800s. Wow, this is old. Like he's more. This is a very old horde, and like not too far away from his hut, and he's never seen it before. So this is kind of a good thing he's got his brand new wand. Okay. Now,
Do you think any of this is Peeps?
oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm asking Maddie, not
Oh,
Haggard.
sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um,
Just give
do-
it all
what do-
away.
Maybe this is his tomb. I don't know.
What do I know about the
True.
timeline? Was it like the 1800s when it was built?
Oh no,
Way before then.
like
Yeah, it was
Middle-
684-ish. Been a while.
I don't think so. I think Peeves was around a lot longer before this.
Yeah, I think
Ooh,
like
probably
Hogwarts
a
is like
golden
1300
urn.
years oldish.
Drats.
Medieval times.
Yeah. Hmm. There's some cool stuff in there though.
Yeah, hard to tell for being like in the ground and everything covered in dirt and dust and who knows what down there. A lot of it was things you've never seen before. Really, really old. Yeah. Perfect.
Were there any other than wands magical items in there?
Without taking the time to try and figure it out,
Yeah.
if you wanted to do a quick magical studies check, which is your
Okay.
arcana,
Yeah. Oh, it's a 9.
no clue.
Oh wait, let me do
Hard
plus a
to
d4.
tell.
Hang on.
Should
Use
probably
That's
my
not gonna put-
be a
student
golden
die.
snitch, and Chester just
It's
missed
an
it.
11.
11.
11. Yeah, hard to tell.
That's worth a shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
She shrugs.
we will. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it's pretty much this is a special find here at Hogwarts. Something that this old that has never been found before by anyone. This is going to be an interesting thing for your headmaster to go through. All right. So, we're going to quickly do this, and then we'll go for our break. So, your history and magic class with good old Professor Aberforth Dumbledore and his Griffin Fox. Sorry. Phoenix Fox, not Griffin Brandon. You will find that the old professor, can't remember his name, Professor Binns, I believe, is still the ghost, still sitting in a corner, sitting in a chair, sleeping. Has not woken up, has not moved. He's still sitting there. You notice every now and then the ghost snore and Aberforth go, still sleeping. Like, he's a substitute. He doesn't want to be here. As you guys come in and sit down, he's just going to just... All right, today's a little different. Being Halloween, I figured I'd tell you about our host ghost for the evening. I'm going to give you a quick, brief history on Erling the Great. Erling the Great was a wizarding hero born in the 11th century, known for his extraordinary magical prowess and unmatched bravery. Born into a family of humble potion makers, Erling rose to fame during the Goblin rebellions. Unlike most wizards of his time who used brute force, he became legendary for his skill in diplomacy, managing to broker a temporary peace that saved hundreds of lives. He's also known for creating enchanted items that blended Muggle craftsmanship with powerful spells. His most famous creation, the Shield of Seven Stars, could deflect curses and was thought to be impervious to even the unforgivable and illegal curses. Tales of his adventures spread across Europe, inspiring countless young wizards and witches. While his magical artifacts have since been lost to time, his legacy endures here at Hogwarts, where portraits of the Erling can occasionally be seen whispering advice to students about bravery and the importance of both wisdom and compassion. You guys would have probably seen a few pictures of him during your travels, but maybe not known who he was, because there's not too many pictures of ghosts, but he is one of them. He's also a good friend to our very own Fat Friar, so if you want some more stories about him, I would assume he'd have quite a few for you. Nowadays, the Erling likes to travel and sing and tell tales of old to anyone willing to listen. As ghosts go, he's traveled far and wide, and ghosts everywhere also travel far and wide to find him and hear him speak. Also, as ghosts go, he still has a dagger in his chest that killed him. It's a little weird when you meet him. He also has the same death day as Sir Nick, but he prefers to celebrate it in other ways. He will be telling some sort of ghost story tonight. I think this is his first time telling one to the students. Usually he just does one to all the ghosts.
Amelia raises her hand.
Yes, dear.
Is it a real dagger or a ghost dagger?
Well, he's a ghost, so it's, like a spectral image of the one that killed him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah. Ghosts are, you'd notice, like, even Headless Nick, like, you can just hit his head off. So, however they died, that's how they appear. It's a little strange. Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah, Ava puts her hand up.
Yes, dear.
Has there been any other, creations after that that are also impervious to curses?
Well, I'm assuming there'd be some, none that I've really looked for. Most people, items like that are lost if they're not known. They're lost for a reason, or, well, sometimes in people's personal collections. Sometimes, well, Gringotts has quite a few locked up in their vaults. There are a lot in the world, yes. Whether or not they're all impervious to the unforgivables, that's kind of hard to say.
Right.
That usually takes a special amount of magic to create that.
Right. And is the shield lost?
From what I know, yes. I don't think I've heard tale of it in my lifetime.
Okay. Ava scribbles down her notes.
Yep. It's something else to, research if you like. So, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions about ghosts in general, the Erling? If not, we will move on with the rest of today's lesson.
Ava puts her hand up again.
Yes, dear.
Is there anything that is particularly harmful to ghosts or poltergeists?
Oh, there's a wide variety of spells that can, banish ghosts, shackle them. There are quite a few, yes. We don't like to use them here because, well, ours are quite friendly. For the most part.
Okay.
But yes, there are ways of banishing ghosts.
Right.
And poltergeists. They're not for everyone, but here at Hogwarts, they're special.
She nods. Again, notes.
Yes, Alonso.
Not looking to be outdone by Ava. Alonso has to.
Of course not.
So raises his hand as well.
Oh.
He goes, so is it only specific spells that affect ghosts? Or is, because I've heard that certain, magical effects can affect ghosts as well? Is it just specifically ghost
Certain
spells?
ones can. There are lots of other spells that can like disapparate their magical energy that holds them together. It all
Hmm.
depends on what it is, but there are many ways of either like getting rid of them for a day, getting rid of them permanently, or just making them go away for like a couple minutes. There's lots
Okay.
of different
I
ways. It all
I assume
depends
this
on
protect.
the ghost.
I assume this protective spells you can cast on yourself, right? Against ghosts? Is that something that exists?
Um, Absolutely. There are enchantments that help you. Like most ghosts, there are ones that are, well, evil because they are ghosts. They do some have the ability, depending on how powerful they were when they were killed, or other rituals, um, that they have the ability to like siphon your life. So there are protective spells against that.
Okay.
You would
Can
kind
go.
of remember Ferenzi doing something similar to that, and he told you he put a spell around the library to help negate any like well, in D&D terms, necromancy. Mhm. He pretty much gave you guys resistance. Yeah.
Alonso shoots a glare at Ava.
Mhm.
And and are there spells that can be cast on ghosts to protect said ghosts?
To a certain extent, yes. Um, Ghosts are usually impervious to most things. It'll just go right through them. So it's a very niche spell.
Hmm. Are the ghosts of Hogwarts protected?
Well, as long as they're here at Hogwarts, they're protected for, yeah. There's enchantments in place to make sure that no harm comes to them unless it's deemed worthy or needed.
Hmm.
And that would
There's
include.
also enchantments around the school so others that are not allowed in cannot get in.
Hmm. And those protective things also include the poltergeist?
Peeves is a little special. Um, I haven't seen him around lately. Thank you for that. He's a special case. He's a little bit different than a ghost as he can interact with objects. He's just more of a nuisance than anything. He's never really tried to hurt anybody.
But is he protected?
For the most part, yes, he can come and go.
Right. She doesn't have any more questions then.
Okay. Any other questions?
Alonso's reluctantly satisfied with those questions as well.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that is a perfect way to go for break. And when we come back, we will move on with the evening's activities
All right.
and whatever else you guys want to do. And any
Okay.
other information you want to whittle out of me that I did not think I was going to talk about.
Well, with everything they've learned, Ava was kind of
I
like,
know.
is there maybe a way to protect him? Is there something he's afraid of? Sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That worked out. And we might be short a couple students when we come back, but we will persevere.
So don't go anywhere. There's more. And we'll be
Well,
back in about 5-10 minutes.
for more stories.
Yeah.
Hey. Peace.
Uh-huh. Oh, hi. We are back.
Hello.
We are short 2 players, but that is okay. They know what's to come, so that is fine. We are down to these fun 4 who are going to be learning and listening to a few things tonight. So, after your good old history of magic class, your lovely time with Hagrid and finding a Niffler horde, what would you guys like to do? The rest of the day, you can do anything you like for lunch. You would have heard tales of a few things that are going on tonight. First years are also going to be given, if they would like, a nice little Halloween twist, tarot card reading with your soon eventual Professor Trelawney.
Ooh.
I need to
Yes.
roll.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Like, Mariana wants this, but I don't know if Ava would.
Mhm.
Ava does, so we will do.
All right.
Maddie
So throughout the day, mostly at lunch hour, you would have heard that at 7 p.m. tonight, there will be a tarot reading with Professor Trelawney. Most of the students that you hear talking about it, most of them are going to say, well, she's just doing this just for, like, she's not really the greatest at it. I have a feeling it's just going to be like generic readings. I don't think it's going to be like if you do it one-on-one with her, they might not even be perfect. It's just most of them don't trust her at all with doing really anything. That's the majority of what you're getting, but it's still something to do. Yeah. So, mhm.
Maddie definitely wanted to go talk with Trelawney anyway, so
Okay.
she'll definitely join for that.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do during the day, during lunches or your breaks before dinner?
Yeah. Maddie wants to stop at the library and look up twin souls
Okay.
and do some research.
Anything specific?
She just wants to learn more about, has it happened before? What has it meant? That kind of stuff.
Okay. You will find, I'm just looking at the schedule here. Okay, so free time is from 5:30 till 6 and then dinner. So yeah, 3:30 till 6. Okay. So you do have at least 2.5 hours after your last class before dinner starts at 6 o'clock. Okay, perfect.
So reading was at
Um,
7, Hagrid's was when, and
Hagrid's
the
is
story
9.
time was 8. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
So the first will be tarot card readings, then a ghost story, and then bonfires with Hagrid, where he tells you a Hagrid bonfire story, and you get to meet some sort of creature. So you would have between dinner and your last class, pretty much 3.5 hours till tarot card readings to do what you want to do. So we'll start who is left. We're actually up to, so we lost Alonzo and Gideon. So Maddie, what would Maddie like to do? You were going to go to the library. Um, what type of twin soul were you thinking? Like, what does Maddie think it is?
She has no idea, so she's just
She has no
trying.
idea.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
she's just trying to get any kind of information because all she knows is that she's been told that's what she and Gideon
Gideon have.
are.
Okay.
Um, and she knows her objective experience about it, but doesn't
Yep.
understand the magic or how that works.
Okay.
And she wants to know if there's been any like history or circumstances of that in the past.
Okay. Are you gonna ask or are you just gonna search yourself?
Hmm. I think she'll ask.
Okay.
Um, what's the what's the
Librarian
librarian's
is
name?
Irma
Irma
Prince. Irma Prince. Sorry.
Pince. Okay.
Prince is a different person.
She's gonna walk into the library and find Irma and
Yeah, you would also notice that the library is also completely decorated for Halloween, pretty much exactly like the main room. This is you'd see her like waving her hand at like spiders that are walking around and bats that are trying to give her where like she's more annoyed that it is decorated and her books are just yeah, they're her babies.
crawling with spiders.
Yes.
Yeah. Maddie does not like spiders, so she's definitely like cringing away.
Yeah.
She's like, hi,
Little baby Aragogs.
oh God. Uh, can you help me find information about twin souls?
You're looking for twin souls. Right. Um, that's a interesting one. Anything particular? Um, there's a
Um,
few, like, are you looking for, I would assume, in humans or what
I did
specific?
I didn't know it could happen in other creatures.
Well, the majority of what I know of, offhand, twin souls is usually, well, from twins at birth. It can happen in animals, it can happen in a wide variety of things. Usually where something happens during the birthing process, where just one soul inhabits both bodies, or like it's split. So it all depends on, like, do you have a twin?
No.
Are you experiencing weird things? Or is this
Uh,
just academic?
I don't know how much she wants to share.
Mhm.
But let's see. What do I know about her? I mean, she's just the librarian. No.
Nothing, yeah, nothing really major about her at all. She's just, she has moments of, like, she puts books over students.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she probably wouldn't care very much. Um, yeah. Um,
It's more, I'm here to show
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
but don't wreck my book.
Yeah. A friend of mine started having some weird experiences with another student, and there was a weird uh like they went to go see, she trips up, she says,
Yeah.
they went to go see Trelawney, and they like blacked out, but then they woke up and they were in the middle of a circle, and then Trelawney had like her eyes rolled back in her head and she said things, and then they felt
Oh,
weird when they weren't together.
well, Trelawney has that effect on people. I blame her teas. They are terrible. Um, well, that's strange. I would. Okay. Let's go to the divination section then. Maybe there's something there for you.
Okay.
If it's something to do with Trelawney, then I would say ask her, but her memory is like a goldfish. Um, okay. Yeah, let's go. I don't really know of anything like that particular, but I'm sure if there's something, we'll have it here. Give
Okay.
me an investigation roll, please.
Okay.
I'll do one for her.
Oh, sorry, I meant to do that once. It's an 18.
Okay, you rolled better and cheated. Um, yeah, and it's her library. Actually, her library. Granted. Okay, that was worse. That was not one. Okay, she rolled a 7 and a 1.
Yikes.
Even with bonuses, she'd be maybe a 13 total.
Okay.
Okay. You eventually stumble upon a book that it's more of kind of like what Amelia found. It's more of a journal than an actual like textbook or anything. It would probably be like someone's dream journal, we'll say. I'll eventually come up with a person's name for that journal for you. Um, but it will outline visions that they have while they're sleeping about seeing other things in high detail and then like maybe reading about it in a newspaper 2 or 3 weeks later and it was like that was exactly what I seen in my dream. That's the type of journal you're going to find.
Okay.
I will do something more in depth for that.
Yeah, that's fine. Um, hmm.
And it'll
Can
be like old like 1800s.
Okay. Can I borrow this?
Oh, um well, give me a persuasion roll please.
Sure. Oh, it's a 6.
How
Did
about
you
we
use your
set it
D4?
aside?
I already used it earlier. It was
Yeah,
not good.
even with the D4. Uh, well, how about I'll put it aside somewhere for you, and you can just come and grab it as you want. This is old. I'd rather it not get lost or damaged, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
And you kind of piqued my interest. I've never seen this book, so maybe we'll read it together.
Okay. Is there I don't know that I need anything. Do you know if there's like any records of people who maybe weren't twins but had twin souls?
That is really not my specialty. I will look into it for you.
Okay.
That is my specialty.
Thanks. And then I guess she's gonna go try and catch up with the rest of the group.
Okay. If you want, she'd let you spend a couple hours with it there because you do have time.
Okay, yeah,
If you
I
want to
would.
delve into it now.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do
Okay,
that.
perfect. And while you're doing that, she will start looking for your something else for you. It's pretty much
Okay.
I have a job now. It's like I know I can go research that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be able to understand from her that research is what she really, really enjoys.
Okay.
Learning and yeah, pretty much just like every student. Amelia, are you doing anything before dinner's activities?
She is going to go to the library and look for Peeves.
Okay.
Because well, I have in my notes that he's been hiding in the library.
He has been hiding in there. Okay. Perfect. All right. So you will eventually hit the library. May as well just bring up the library since both of you guys are in here.
So
You
will
will.
Ava. So at least
Okay.
three of us are gonna go there.
Okay. The three of you, after your classes, will eventually hit the library. You can drag your tokens if you like and move yourself around. Feel free
Mhm.
to. You want to look for peas. What's Ava looking for?
Ava is just first gonna make sure she's got like all her homework in day and stuff
Yep.
like that. And then she would probably research about this shield that she heard.
Shield of 7 stars.
Yeah, the one that is impervious to curses. Like her,
Okay.
for you to understand what she's thinking. She's trying to think if what information there is about it from the perspective of whoever can make this. If we can learn how it was made, maybe we can also use that knowledge to reverse something.
Okay. You would also know that the person who made it is speaking tonight.
Yeah, which is she's very excited to
Okay.
hear.
Okay. Because your best information would be the person who created it. So
Yeah, but she wants to get
yeah.
like information before, so when she then talks
So
to the
she has
person,
something to present. Beautiful.
yeah.
You can impress him.
Yeah, and maybe get him to talk about things that he normally wouldn't.
Nice.
Okay. Perfect. All right. That will work. And what's Chester going to be doing?
I don't think Chester has much to do.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe researching stats and players to see how good of a chance Ravenclaw will beat Slytherin.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just busying himself doing that
Okay.
or playing games and whatnot.
Quidditch stats. Perfect. Okay. All right. So Amelia, where specifically you remember seeing him way in the back where the portraits were? Is that where you're gonna head or anywhere specific you're gonna look for peas?
Yes, I'm going to go there
Okay.
to the portraits.
Beautiful. While you're walking there, you would definitely see Maddie nose deep in a book. Yeah.
Do I notice her?
Give me a perception roll.
Up. Trying.
Yes.
It is the 26.
With a nat 20, yes, you definitely see everything.
Sorry,
Okay.
Houston. I put my foot down and I kicked my cat.
Oh, God.
He likes to chill under my feet right next to my computer tower.
It's
It's
warm.
warm
Nice
there.
and warm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yerp.
Oh, hey, Amelia.
Hi.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm looking for Peeves.
Oh, can I help?
Yeah, if you want to. Ava's around here somewhere. I don't know if Ava's like with me or if she
Okay.
went off on her like in a different direction.
I mean, if you had said you were going to find Peeves, she would probably help. If you said, I'm
And-
just going to the library, she's probably going to split up at the library to do her own thing.
You both also finished off with the Defense Against the Dark Arts, all four of you today. You would definitely have noticed all four of you heading towards the same area.
The same area.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You finished off at the same class.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, because we don't have our Slytherin, so it's just you two, you guys.
Right.
When you mentioned Peeves, Maddie says, "Oh, Chester and I went to go talk to the Hat about Peeves earlier this morning." And I'm assuming with my 26 that I saw Chester here. Okay.
Did Chester come to the library, or did you go up to the Hufflepuff common room to do
Oh.
your research?
I don't know where he would find any record of. Yeah,
You would
I
know
don't
the
know.
Hufflepuff common room has like a trophy area with all the times that they've won the Quidditch House Cup. They would have stats up there, but the library, you would know, either would work for you. You'd know that by now.
Yeah, well, it's not the Hufflepuff team he's looking for, so it'd be kind of last year's records if they're kept in the library or if they're kept at
Okay.
at what's her face's office or
In
where all
Madame
that
Hooch.
is. Yeah,
They'd definitely also be in the library, but
Yeah.
each common room would have their own records of mostly their wins and losses. Yep. So you're looking for Slytherin versus.
well, he knows Hufflepuff and Slytherin tied, so
Yeah.
if Ravenclaw could beat Hufflepuff or beat Slytherin, then
Okay.
Slytherin just needs to beat Ravenclaw, or sorry, Hufflepuff needs to beat. It's all.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful.
It's gotta crunch numbers, and yeah, if it looks like Slytherin's gonna get it handed to them, then he might
Beautiful.
stir some confidence,
Beautiful.
or lack thereof.
I like that. All right. So Amelia and Maddie are looking for Peeves. Give me a. You can either each roll a perception check, or one can roll with advantage.
It's up to you.
Uh, I only have a +1 for perception.
I will roll.
Yeah.
It's a 14.
14. You guys get to where the last time you seen him. You look. You don't
Okay.
see any movement. You don't see any difference other than the last time you were here. No.
Okay.
You don't
I
hear
think,
anything either.
Okay. I think she this is opening up another door here because
Mhm.
she's gonna try and think of ways that she can like pay respects to Peeves.
Okay.
Because this is technically his grave site. And I'm gonna share that with Amelia. So when we talked to the Hat, he said that Peeves used to live where the castle was built before it was built, and that he's probably buried here somewhere. So that's why he's like so angry and stuff. So maybe if we like, I don't know, talk to him about that or paid our respects, he'd be likely to come out.
Maybe. Hmm.
I think maybe later we could research like funeral rites from the time that he was alive and see if we can I don't know, pay our respects that way. But for now, hey, hey, Peeves, she's gonna call out to him. No, okay.
You don't get a response.
Hey,
What is
sorry,
You get a
this is
couple
like?
odd looks of other people that are in here, but
sorry. Oh, I probably don't want to say it too loud.
hey,
Sorry,
you're not the only
sorry,
ones in the library.
sorry. The school was built on your house. Um.
Yeah, you don't get a reply.
Okay.
You
All
don't
right.
notice anything. Yeah.
Hmm.
Amelia's gonna try and like walk to a corner that there's nobody in.
hmm
And she's gonna be like, "Hey, Peeves, I need your help with a prank."
I like that.
Ooh. Which, by the
I like that a
way,
lot.
that was redeemed from Night of
I know, I've
Wolves.
seen it.
Yeah.
Yep, I seen it. But Peeves, it looks like, is not in the library.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thought it was gonna work.
Do
I
you think
currently have
maybe?
him somewhere else, right?
Do you think maybe his headstone? I was thinking maybe his headstone somewhere here, but maybe it would be like in the dungeons or something, like lower in the
Maybe?
castle.
I mean, if they put the castle on top of everything, they probably destroyed it or moved it. She's gonna like she's gonna start to run, but then stop and walk very briskly to the librarian.
Okay.
Maddie like
All right.
trots after her.
Beautiful. As you guys are doing that, Ava, are you going to be asking the librarian for any information about the shield, or are you just going to start looking?
I think she's gonna start looking. She wants to start getting acquainted with the library enough so that she's not gonna have to rely for help.
Okay.
So she will look.
Okay. Where would you look?
Probably in the section of magical artifacts.
Okay. Give me a investigation roll, please.
That is pretty good. That is a nat 20.
Oh, then
Uh,
yeah.
for
Okay.
yeah, for 23.
Okay. That's your second nat 20 today.
It is, but I also got two nat ones, so we're
Oh,
balanced.
kind of makes up for it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an all or nothing day, apparently.
Yeah. It takes a while. This section is like it's not a big section, but most of the titles are like books like what would they be here? Like people who like almost like not like a documentary, but like personal, almost like a journal of wizards who say like I've met this person, he had something that could do this. So it's a lot of one-on-one, like it's basically like a short story book, that's what I'm trying to say. On people who wielded weapons of great power, but most of them you'd be able to tell that they're more fiction than nonfiction. There are a couple stories that you'd think maybe are true. Um, with a nat 20, you're going to be like flipping through a couple books here. This is like almost a artifacts of power, but also like a fiction version of that too. Um, so it's hard to tell between the two. Eventually, you find a book that, um, give me a, what languages do you speak?
She speaks, if I remember correctly, Portuguese, English, and Spanish.
Okay.
And in this case, yeah, just common. Yeah.
Okay. You don't, you see like two or three other books with drawings of like things in them, but it's not in a language you know.
Okay, so she doesn't find anything about the shield.
Not in any language that you currently know, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then she will definitely be curious about what this language is, and like make a note of a couple of the symbols to then ask, like copy a couple of the symbols to
Okay.
then of the writing to then ask somebody what language it is.
Okay. You, yeah, being 11. Map wise, how close is Portugal to French?
We
Would
would
you
be able.
recognize the French language?
She probably recognized the French language. We do use a lot of terms that derive from them,
Okay, it is
but
it's written in French.
it's written in French. Okay, so she would probably like, if there's something in the book, even an image that strikes her as something she would be interested in, she would copy it so that she
Okay.
can ask somebody to tell her what that is.
Okay, that's easily done.
Yeah.
Chester, give me a quick investigation roll. Okay. 14's enough to be able to find like you this place has a lot of Quidditch areas. So like you'd be definitely like shown, or even if you asked sports area, you'd probably know it by now. You've been in the library quite a few times. Um, you're gonna notice over the last, like, are you doing the last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? What are you researching? You only got a couple hours.
It would depend on who's on each team.
Mm-hmm.
So if they've got probably like last year's games, but looking at who they lost that was a key player,
Gotcha.
what they've got for like first years. But yeah, just mostly trying to see how their
Well, let me.
matches were last year, and if there's anything that could hint towards how this year's games will go.
Beautiful. Um, it hasn't been updated yet with the current roster for this year. You would know from the first two practice sessions that the Gryffindors have one of the youngest teams, mainly because of Fred now. The majority of most of the Gryffindor teams for this year are in their third, fourth, and fifth year. The oldest team currently is the Ravenclaws. Everyone is fourth year and above. There's only one fourth year. Everyone else is like fifth, sixth, and seventh. Ravenclaws, you would know there's going to be a lot of new team members next year because most of them are not going to be here anymore. The Slytherins are kind of a mixed bag, mostly 6 years. Um, and the Hufflepuffs is pretty much like the second youngest crew with mostly third, fourth, and fifth year students. So there's still a lot of turnover coming, but like maybe two or three players per team. Over the last few years, there's not a lot of change. So anyone who's currently in their seventh year was on the team since they're almost fourth year. So there's been pretty much the same 3 or 4 people per team over the last 4 years.
Yeah, so it'd just be a matter of which seeker has the better record, how they've done against each other the last few games, and
The current best seeker was just left to now that Fred is the seeker for Gryffindors. You would have noticed the last couple years Gryffindor's been winning. The last 2 years in a row, it's been Gryffindor.
yeah,
But
it's
before that, it has been a slew of Slytherin and Ravenclaw. It's pretty much like, so last 2 years, so 2016 and 2015 Gryffindor. 2014 would have been Slytherin, then Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Slytherin. Hufflepuff haven't won in a while.
same seekers, or is one of those missing? I'm more concerned
Um,
with Slytherin and Ravenclaw
okay, Slytherin and Ravenclaw, um, the same, no, different seeker this year.
for both.
Ravenclaw, also both different seekers.
Okay,
Yep.
brand new this year.
Brand new this year for both of them. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah,
Interesting.
Slytherins have Min Jin Yi. She is a exchange student, and she got the position as Seeker. And Ravenclaws have Larry the Snitch Styles.
Larry, I forgot.
Yeah. So Seeker-wise, it's fairly new this year for almost everyone except Hufflepuff. Yosh has been Seeker for the last 3 years.
So no hints or outstanding like, hey, Ravenclaw or Slytherin's gonna win this game.
For the most part, it's kind of hard to tell. You would think Ravenclaw have a better team and better chance than Slytherins. That's what you'd gauge out of all that.
Perfect.
Just we're
Yeah.
gonna start betting.
Nope. But he will be sure to be vocal over the next week about
Yeah.
the stats and why Ravenclaw will win
Yeah.
in the ears of Slytherin players mostly,
Yeah.
or house.
Yeah,
And-
Hufflepuffs are the you have a new keeper this year that just took over for Teddy.
Yeah.
Bobby McGonagall is now your keeper, so it's new for him. You do have a mixed bag of new and older players. Dominique Weasley being she's been a couple years, but you do have a couple like a 6th and 7th year. One of your beaters and one of your chasers has been there for at least 3 years, so it's a little bit of new and a little bit of old.
Well, right now they tied Slytherin. So the goal
Sure did.
is if Ravenclaw beats Slytherin, then
Yeah.
they can beat Ravenclaw to pull ahead.
Okay.
So one game at a time. One game at a
Yeah.
time.
If I was assuming if Chester's going to be vocal about Ravenclaw beating Slytherin, he's also going to earn a few looks from the Slytherins.
Totally.
Just talking about stats.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, would you have a quill and ink and going, okay, this person's been 3 years, done this. Would you write any of it down, or are you gonna just try and remember it all?
I mean, he's been pretty good with stats historically,
Mhm.
so
Yep.
it may not be as much, but yeah, it'll just be like casually,
Okay.
you know, just more like, well, you know, these chasers, like historically get, you know, 10 less past this keeper, 10 less
Yep.
balls through the hoop past this keeper. And you know,
Yeah.
the chasers typically, these ones can't keep up with these ones, and whatever stats he can find or kind of advantages that he can give,
Yeah.
it'll just be kind of sowing that doubt in Slytherin.
Beautiful. You would also, if you're gonna mainly get in on Ravenclaw, you would know that Gideon's cousin Molly Weasley II is the captain and the keeper. So you'd maybe want to bug Gideon for more information about her, if you want also.
No, typically you don't want to. You don't want to.
Tip the scales.
Yeah. So if Ravenclaw starts bragging about how they're gonna win, then they'll probably
Okay.
they'll probably jinx themselves.
Okay.
So yeah,
No
he won't really be kind of pushing those numbers in front of Ravenclaw specifically, but more just around the Hufflepuff
Yeah.
players and or the Slytherin house. Just talking stats as to why
That'll
he
work.
thinks that Slytherin will lose, and
Yeah.
if people
You
happen
could
to
also
overhear it, then people happen to overhear it. But
You
he'll
could
be
also have
conscious, like
fun.
not to do it around Ravenclaw players.
Yeah.
This
Slytherin's also the only team that doesn't have a Weasley. Every other team at least has one Weasley.
It's so funny.
That is
Yep.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So it's not who's gonna win. Weasleys are going to try to win. One of them, at least.
Weasleys have a very good likelihood of winning something.
Yeah, if it comes up that if it comes up that I forget if Chester knows, but if he knows that Gideon wanted to be on the team or specifically wanted to like play Seeker or something, I'm sure he'd throw in like, oh yeah, they should have went with a Weasley for that.
Yep. Yeah. You guys have been definitely vocal, even Alonzo, about Quidditch. It is one of the best things at this school. And you've done a couple practice. You would have watched the practice of everybody, so you kind of know who's on it.
Which makes a nice easy out as to how he can explain to Alonzo why his team's probably going to lose
Yes.
and not entirely throw shade at his friends. Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay. Um, uh, just to speed this along, you guys don't find anything else. Peeves does not show up. You can try and look for him forever as long as you like. You're not going to find him. He's not there. Um, the book about your dual souls, once you're done reading it, it's really one that's going to take a while to get the hang of. It's written by like someone who's more like in their 50s talking about this, so it's not really from a kid's perspective, so it's going to take a while to get through it all. They're using a bunch of like terminology and language that just doesn't make any sense to you.
Okay.
Ava, you're going to have to talk to you know a couple French students.
Mhm.
If you ask the teacher, the principal, librarian about the book,
Mhm.
she's pretty much just going to tell you to bring back someone who can translate it for you,
Mhm.
or have someone cast a translation spell on you while you're reading it,
Emily.
so you can comprehend it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely look around as soon as she says that. If I see any of
Hmm.
my friends who work here in the library, I'll be like, anyone speak French?
Maybe they'll pop her head out between shelves. Yeah.
Can I get your help?
Pops back out. Yeah.
She got like brings the book to you. And it's like, can you tell me what it says? This bit. She's like pointing at whatever image really caught her
Yeah.
attention.
Okay. I will come up with something for you
Yeah.
for next session with what you find.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's nothing exactly what you're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more almost like a detailed list in French of all the um, big recent discoveries that people have made and created with magic.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else before dinner and all the fun stuff?
No.
Beautiful. Raise your hand if you're doing a tarot card reading tonight. So it's just not
Uh,
Chester.
assuming Chester can avoid it, yeah. If everybody's like taking him with them, then he'll go.
Yeah,
But his luck with those things hasn't
been
been too
great.
well. Yeah, no
Beautiful.
future, morning dial. Yeah, no,
Oh,
no.
I
For
forgot
Chester.
about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
If for some reason he's approached, then I'll have to go along because he's got Cedric's personality today.
Sure does.
But yeah, not it's not on his list of things to do.
Okay.
Sorry, Chester.
All right. Perfect. Wow. So this is gonna happen after dinner. Dinner is pretty much almost the same as breakfast, so there's a lot more candy to eat, the same as always. A lot of like pumpkin inspired stuff, so like pumpkin pastries, pumpkin casserole, like there's pretty much a lot of pumpkin in here, and you're even gonna have a couple of them like almost walk themselves up, jump up onto the table, and then almost like grab a knife and start cutting themselves open and pop the top off, and there's nice stew inside.
Anybody else
That's a
find that
journey.
really disturbing?
Yeah, no, I felt that. I was like, that's
Hmm.
something.
Yeah.
That's a journey.
Yeah. Um, because we have a redeemed a random prank goes wrong, that'll be even more fun. So during dinner, can I have everyone roll me intelligence saves again, please?
Oh boy.
Oh, damn.
That's a 22. Thank God.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's
a
an
19.
18.
And a 19. Chester,
Okay.
did you roll? No.
No, sorry. What am I rolling?
Intelligence save.
Intelligence save,
Save.
please. Yeah.
Oh no, he learned from breakfast. He's been eating straight out of the kitchens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biting off the extra. Beautiful. Excellent.
He's like,
All
yeah, nope.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah. He brought his picnic to the
I
Great Hall.
love how in that sense he was the smartest of all of us.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Can I have someone roll me an intelligence save for Gideon and Alonzo?
Oh, I'll do Alonzo. I want to be the
do
responsible
Gideon.
for his demise if something happens.
Oh God, it's a 6.
Oh, Gideon, twice in a row.
Intelligence save. Come on, roll part.
Zane's gonna be so mad at me.
Alonzo's fine.
Aw, damn it.
Okay. It was the same save.
Should have let
13
me
or
roll
more.
for him.
Okay.
Should have.
Okay. So this is a one gone wrong. So the first one was one gone right. You're gonna see like Gideon start eating pretty much the same thing. Like Gideon just like doesn't really pay attention to what she's eating. You're gonna see her grab something and like right before she puts it in her mouth, it's gonna be like a little mini pumpkin. And it kind of looks like just like a pumpkin pastry. You're gonna see part of this thing like start to melt in front of her, and it's gonna cover her hands completely in pumpkin goo. And as soon as that happens, you're gonna see like her fingers and her hands are gonna like turn into like pumpkin skeleton claws, and she's gonna like almost slowly start turning into a skeleton version of a pumpkin.
Oof.
Oh.
And like it like starts to transform her completely, and then all of a sudden it's just the spell ends. Whatever was in the pumpkin, it just wasn't enough to fully transform her.
Oh, okay.
But you'd be able to see like almost to the point where the flesh started turning into a pumpkin.
Gideon would be probably trying to pick up any hint of who was in on this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let someone do a perception check for Gideon, please. She's got a passive, I think, of 20, which I think would do most of it.
Okay. I have a +6. I think that's close-ish to what she has.
Yeah. I know her passive might do it because she's always looking. Yeah, the
Okay,
15's
well.
enough. The 15's enough that you're going to hear a bunch of like giggling coming from the older Slytherin crew on the Slytherin side of the table.
Oh.
And a couple of them just like kind of go shh, shh, shh. Damn, it didn't work, but shh. Yeah.
Oh, she would absolutely confront them.
I feel like we're gonna have to leave that scene
Yeah.
for next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can definitely enjoy and go back to that one. Looks to be a couple of the fourth year Slytherins decide to play pranks on the first year Slytherins. It is
Fair
fun.
enough.
Yeah. So we will mark that. That was our random prank gone wrong. Had it went right, she would have been a full skeleton pumpkin right now, just flying around on the table.
Oh.
Okay. Well, come 7 o'clock, dinner's done. You will notice that as soon as all the food is put away, your good old Professor Trelawney, let me move you back over to dinner table. Since we're now in the Great Hall, Professor Trelawney is going to set up like her own little table, pretty much like at the front where we kind of have Hagrid. And she's just going to say, well, students, before the ghost story, does anyone And you're gonna see, like, as soon as she starts talking, a lot of students just get up and leave. It's like, nope, we don't want to have
Wow.
anything to do with
Aw.
Trelawney. This is new. This is not new for her. You're gonna probably have maybe 100 kids left. Most of them are older. A lot of the first years don't really know her much,
Yeah.
because you don't learn anything from her for till your third year, I believe.
I think so.
And she's just gonna say, well, for the next hour, I'm doing some quick and easy tarot card readings for anyone who would like one.
Ava gets
Leah
up.
jumps up and goes.
Yeah, I think Ava follows Amelia. She's like, yeah, sounds about
Yeah.
good.
I'll let Gideon and Alonzo decide, and they can roll for me. So whoever would like one, I need you to roll me a d10.
Ooh.
We'll start in order with Maddie first.
Maddie, I think, was anticipating this, so she was like up the moment that she started talking, or like ready to get up. So she's like right at the front of the line.
Okay, so 4 for Ava, 1, 9 for Maddie. And Chester, if you decide to roll after you watch a couple of these, by all means.
Nope, unless somebody was actively
Dragging him
inviting
to
him to be there, he
Okay.
would have dipped out. Yeah.
Beautiful. Maddie, with a 9. She's going to shuffle the card deck in front of you, and she's going to ask you to pull out 3 cards. With the
Okay.
9, you pull out the Strength card, the 10 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. She's going to go, oh, the Knight of the Black Cat. This dark creature brings forth both strength and pain in equal measure. Steel your courage, for challenges lie ahead, yet from endings come powerful beginnings. You will rise stronger and more passionate, like the Fairy Queen of Wands. I will copy
Okay.
and paste these for you. This is more of a generic tarot reading because it's for the main group. She's like under her breath going to go, if you'd like to delve more into that, just come see me anytime on the weekend.
Okay, thanks. Did you send that already to the chat?
I haven't yet.
Okay, that's okay. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll just copy and paste these when we're done.
Okay.
Amelia, you're going to have like quite a few other students, so it's not going to be like just you guys 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But there's quite a few. A couple of them just like get up, storm off. And some people are like really engaged into this, and it's like, can you tell me more? Can you tell me more? And she's just going to pretty much say the same thing. If you want more, come see me on the weekends. With a 1, you pull the Moon card, the Hanged Man, and the Page of Cups. She just looks at him and goes, the mysterious moon. A mysterious path lies ahead, my dear. The moon reveals secrets yet unknown. Beware of dreams and illusions on All Hallows Eve. Trust your intuition, but sacrifice and patience will be needed as you navigate this murky realm. Which actually is a good one for what just happened for you.
Mm.
Ava with a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a different. You pull the Chariot, the 9 of Wands, and the Fool. She looks and goes, oh, the twitching broomstick. I see movement. Oh, a journey above the clouds. Your broomstick may take you far, but beware, guard your energy well. For battles of will and courage lie ahead. And yet, embrace this adventure, as the Fool does, with arms open and a light heart.
So, she will ask again if there's more, but given that she gets told to come back on the weekend, does
Yep.
Ava, is it a jump to think this is related to what they've been told?
It is a tarot card reading, so it is up to you
To interpret it.
to interpret it.
Yeah.
But that is what she sees from those cards.
Yeah, she's like, that makes sense.
Had all 4 of you rolled the same thing, you were going to get the same thing.
Fair enough.
To some extent. I would have changed a few, but yes.
Yeah. She kind of like, I see. She thanks her and then leaves.
Okay. Chester, if you just want to roll a d10 for me so I know what you would have got, that would be great.
Doesn't sound pleasant.
He's like, railroad!
No, this is just more for cheap entertainment had you decided. I just wanted to know.
3.
Because I had a 3.
So we all would have got different. That's cool.
Yeah. Actually, this one's actually not a bad one, but okay. All right.
The one time
Well,
Chester's like, no, it's a good one.
Yeah.
This one would have been better for Amelia, but it works also for Chester. Okay. I'll save that for later. Perfect.
You can take off my earphones if you want to share with the stream.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Nope. We'll save that.
Okay.
All right. Over the course of the next hour, you all are witnessed to pretty much a lot. For the majority, most people are liking this. There's other activities going on, like I have a wide variety, but time constraints and whatnot. There's other things going on for like the older students. There's like pumpkin carving going on. Same thing for like any Hallows Eve. Some people don't want to do any of this, and you're going to have like a bunch of people just saying, let's just go do our own game or stuff like that. Halloween's not for everybody. Come 8 o'clock, you all notice that the room starts to like get a little dark, and most things start to change. The atmosphere changes. You start to see a bunch more different ghosts show up. A lot of them are having like handshakes with the rest of them, with the Grey Lady. Some of them are with Sir Nick. It's you're probably gonna have like 20 or 30 different ghosts show up and all just like sit in seats that just aren't there, pretty much. And eventually you guys see another one come in, take the stage, and he introduces himself as Erling the Great. Here's a picture for you.
Chester will be keeping an eye out for Peeves.
Okay.
So you can
Peeves
nudge Maddie.
You can give me a roll, but I will tell you, you do not see Peeves here.
It's fun. Maybe I'll see something else. Perception? Or...
Yeah, perception, please.
Yeah, Chester won't see anything anyway.
Oh.
15. I'm doing good today.
15's enough that, yeah, you don't see him.
I'm pretty sure he didn't show up. Yeah, okay.
He did not show up. All right. So you now have been told a little bit about this ghost, Erling the Great. And he pretty much just like gives everyone a wave. It's like, hi everyone, I'll just take your seats. Whoever is here for the story, I'm just getting set up here. Don't worry. You're gonna notice like he's trying to puff himself up, but can't really do that because he's dead. You do see, just as the picture states, a lovely dagger in his chest. You can tell like he's dressed for like whatever he was wearing when he died. He was dressed for almost like a party, almost like a dinner party. And maybe something happened during that dinner party, but he's like in a very, very nice outfit. The only little bit of blood you see is where he got stabbed in the heart.
It was Professor Plum in the kitchen.
Yeah. He's pretty much gonna like do the rounds, introduce himself to a couple people. He's just gonna say, hi guys, welcome to the party. It's a little bit spooky for some of you first years, but yeah, feel free to stay if you like. It's not too dark of a story. I've been told to keep it a little bit light. but it is Halloween, so yeah. Anyway, for those who don't know me, I am Erling the Great. Someone else tacked on the Great as my career went on. Most call me Erling. Um, I'm sure some of you know about me. This is my first time talking here in quite a while. But sit close, young wizards and witchers, for I'll tell you a tale older than even the stones of Hogwarts. A tale of woe and vengeance, and that is not for the bravest dared to defy. They call it the Curse of Blackfang Keep. A fortress once feared and forgotten in the northern reaches of where the air bites colder than steel. In those dark days, Blackfang Keep belonged to a powerful wizard lord, Grim Blackfang, who wielded a sword that could slice through any magic. His heart was darker than the abyss, filled with hatred for the wizarding world, though he was born to magic himself. He cast away the ties of our kin, swearing loyalty to shadows and bending his will to a darker purpose. But Grim was not always so. In his youth, he loved a young witch named Elda. A healer she was, gifted with charms to cure the most terrible of ailments. Grim was drawn to her light, but as his heart darkened, he became twisted with jealousy, seeing foes in every corner, even in his beloved Elda. In time, Grim locked her within the highest tower of the keep. Her laughter and songs replaced with sorrow and silence. One night, in a fit of madness, he used his cursed blade to sever her spirit from her body, binding it to the keep so no one might ever hear her voice. Yet, magic, especially magic as dark as that, always has a cost. Not long after, Grim himself was slain in battle by an unknown wizard who came seeking his own vengeance against Grim. But death did not free him. His spirit, bound to the Black Fang as he so treasured, was cursed to roam the keep forever. And every year, on the night of his death, today, his ghostly form returns to wander those crumbling walls, tormented by the wails of Elda, who sings a song of sorrow to haunt him. It is said that anyone who dares visit Blackfang Keep on the anniversary of Grim's death may hear Elda's voice singing, and if you stay too long, her spirit, twisted by centuries of anguish, might just drag you down into that endless dark. But the path northward to Blackfang Keep, for though its walls may have fallen, the curse remains hungering for the foolish and the brave. But what became of the sword, you might ask? No one knows. Maybe it was stolen by the wizard when he fell in battle, maybe he took it to his grave, or maybe Elda herself stole it to keep his spirit away from her. Maybe one of you might find it hidden away in some dusty corner one day. But be aware, it is cursed. Like, while he's singing this, like, the lights dim, everything gets fade, a little bit of fog comes through, and as he says the last word, pretty much all the ghosts turn to all the students and go, ooh!
Ava will definitely squeal and jump.
Uh-huh.
Pretty sure Chester would too.
Yep. And he just kind of stands up and goes, thank you for indulging in a little story that I like to tell from time to time. It's an oldie, but the oldies are sometimes the best. Is it true, you ask? Who's to say?
Ava's
Who
very...
was the Who was the wizard that went to go slay him?
That, unfortunately, when I first learned of this story, I never was able to find out their name.
How did he kill him?
Well, he was a wizard, so some sort of magic, I would assume. There's lots of ways. I'm sure that was a battle for the ages, but I never learned how or when. Or by who. But I've known that story for, pretty near 1,000 years now, I think.
Wow. You're really old.
Well, yes.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't that old when I died, but yes.
Hey, do you know anything about thieves?
Peeves. Oh, I got lots of stories about peeves. Most of them are uh, not for children. Hmm.
Hmm. Um, like, do you know how he died?
Oh, how he died? No. That that secret he has kept to himself.
Hmm.
Yeah, most people have. It's not what even in our community consider someone worthwhile talking to.
She
You know
looks
what makes
sad.
him happy?
Hmm.
Bothering other people.
Bother,
He
bother,
enjoys
bother, bother,
pranks.
bother.
He enjoys watching people squeal, scream. He likes misery.
I think we're gonna have to do a lot more pranks.
Yeah.
You're in the right place for pranks. I hear
Um,
this school happens almost every 5 minutes.
Ava like raises her hand to ask the ghost something.
Hi.
Hi.
First
Um.
years always have all the questions for me.
Um. It's unrelated to the story, but we learned today in history of magic that you made a shield that is impervious to the unforgivable curses.
Oh, yes, that was one of my achievements way back when. Yeah, uh, not too many people ask about that anymore. It's been quite a while. Yeah, anything specific you're wondering? How it was done?
How it was done, if you know where it is.
Oh, where that is now? Oh, no, I've never really made a few things over my time. That was one of my specialties. It was more, well, let's just say I needed money. I'm good at magic. Well, it was. It was, well, someone paid me to make it, along with a few other things. I'd rather not go really into depth with that. I may be dead, but the contract is a contract.
Okay. But so, is there any type of magic that helped you make things that are impervious to curses?
Well, that shield took me about a year and a half to get done right.
Hmm.
So there's lots of things. It just takes time and effort. Just like people who try to be in animagus. It's just it takes time and practice, and if you get it wrong once, just like potions, you guys do brew potions here. If you get it wrong, you got to start again and again. It's not something. It's a very eclectic and niche specialty that I, for one, just luckily have. Um, it's literally laying the same enchant on something over and over and over and over and over, day after day after day.
Oh. Okay.
Layering magic. Layered magic is not something a lot of people learn about.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's a memory I haven't gone down in a while. So thank you for that too.
What other items did you make? I know you said you wouldn't say.
Oh, I like to keep a few things. There's a couple books around. You'd be able to find a couple history things on me. Your best bet would be to, I would assume, talk to your history magic teacher. If he told me about, and if he knew a lot about me and what I've done, you probably need to learn a lot more.
Okay, thanks.
I believe it's a Dumbledore, so they are smart. They know more than they should. Any other questions for Erling the Great while he's here? Because he might not ever be back.
Do, do you know why they wanted the shield and the other items?
Oh, well, anything that'll stop evil from happening back then was, well, during the Goblin Rebellion, there was a lot of magic being thrown around. So Magics of power were being created left, right, and center for that. Goblins are hard to kill.
Can you tell us who bought it?
Oh, no, like I said before, contract's a contract. I can't divulge any of my old clients.
Okay.
And I've probably forgotten a few of them by now anyway. No, if you guys like searching, keep on looking. I would just suggest, being first years and all, it's a little above what you should be learning. Sir Neck's pretty much going to walk over and go, yes, yes, I agree. Students, I do believe you have a bonfire to go to. Do you not?
Okay.
Maddie's stoked to go see the magical creatures. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
You
like
said it was
pops
Sir
up.
Nicholas, right? That came over.
Yeah, he's like almost trying to give you a pat on the back, but it goes right through you.
She's going to like try and like tug on his jacket.
Yeah, it
And
goes
then-
right through. What?
Here.
Hi.
How did Emily die?
Well, a curse, my dear.
Like the curse?
One of a few. Yes. It was quick.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah. Like I said before, don't worry about it until you're older.
Well, I was just wondering because, you know,
I know.
you and him,
It happens, dear.
but I didn't see anything with Emily. So I was wondering.
Yeah, some magic doesn't leave marks on the outside.
Makes sense.
And with someone like Thomas, hard to tell what he'd used.
Yeah.
But hey, it's my death day. So
Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day.
Sure. Anything else you guys want to do before you hit up Hagrid?
Nope.
Bonfire and story.
Trust
Whether or
me.
not you guys believe the story you just told was real or not, I will leave that up to you to decide. That was a
In
fun
this
one to type.
universe, anything is possible.
Yeah.
I do give you guys a few things just for fun. Not everything's real that you know of.
I mean, we're talking to 11-year-olds who
I
are
know.
surrounded by magic.
Yep.
I don't
Everything's
see,
real.
I don't
I know.
see any reason as to why they would assume that was not real.
Yep.
Maddie is already like halfway to the door. She's so excited.
Beautiful. All right. Well, it's 10 after 8, so I'll get the last one done pretty quick for you.
Right.
Okay. You guys eventually make it to Hagrid's again. Let me go back over to Hagrid's hut. Let's just change it up and do the winter scene just because we can. Because it's that time where it starts to eventually snow here, and there's an easier fire pit to take a look at. You can move your characters over if you want. You're going to notice Time with Hagrid is a special event for most of the students here. So you're going to have probably like 400 students out here right now, starting to shiver a little. It is going to be November 1st soon, so it is quite cold in Scotland. So they're probably even starting of little flakes coming through. You guys all eventually, he has a wide variety of assortment of treats for you. So he'll have like pumpkin juice, a bunch of spiced drinks there for snackage if anyone's hungry. Pretty much the same thing you had for dinner. None of this, thankfully, is going to cause any issues unless someone does another prank. So Hagrid's pretty much going to, like, you're going to see him pacing back and forth, almost like telling himself the story so he doesn't forget it. He's going to say it to himself a few times and then go, I got it. Yeah, okay. Gather around, everyone, because I got a tale to curl your toes. This here story goes back a few years to a chill night in October. Now, you know how the Forbidden Forest is full of odd things, but what I'm about to tell you makes old Aragog looks like a bloomin' puffkin. It was All Hallows Eve, 1997, the last Halloween before you-know-who was defeated. The air was thick with magic, the kind that gives even a seasoned wizard a shiver. I was making my usual rounds, checking on all me creatures, when I heard a wailing sound. Something terrible. Never heard anything like it, not from any creature in the forest. So I followed the sound, my umbrella at the ready, because I didn't have a wand back then, deeper into the forest than I'd ever been. I don't mind telling you, I was starting to feel a little uneasy. Something was lurking in the shadows, something watching. I kept thinking I'd see a flash of white in the dark, maybe a ghost, I thought. But no, it wasn't no ghost. Nor any kind you're thinking of. When I got closer, I saw it. A spectral figure, cloaked in black, guiding just above the ground. Its face, if you could call it a face, was pale as the moon, but really made me back up was the eyes. Red as embers, burning with a hunger I'd only seen in Dementors. I raised my umbrella, but before I could do anything, the figure spoke. Leave, or you'll join the lost souls of the forest, it whispered, like a chill breath on the wind. Now, I don't back down easy, as you know, but something told me this weren't a battle I was meant to win. So I turned back, trying to remember the way, but the trees seemed to have moved on their own. Shadows thick as syrup. Just when I thought I'd never make it, I felt me old friend Fang's close nose on me hand. He'd been waiting for me by the edge of the forest and kind of led me back like he knew the way. Never seen him so brave, bless his heart. Next morning, I told Dumbledore, and he just gave me that look, that knowing look, and said, "Some mysteries, Hagrid, are best left unsolved." And that was that. But I could tell this, and yeah, believe it or not, it was not as cold Halloween nights when the moon is high. Some say you can still see a pale shadow drifting through the Forbidden Forest, waiting for those who wander too far. Well, anyway, so take care. Don't go wandering into the forest at night. And can I have perception checks from everybody, please? It's dark, so I'm not going to take your passives. Oh, and that one from Chester.
I got a nat 1 too.
Beautiful. None of you notice. Okay. Or, yeah, okay. I will let Gideon would definitely notice that with a passive of 20, and I would assume she'd roll fine. So out of the fog that starts to come out, your guys are going to notice, well, none of you guys are notice. A couple of the other students are going to notice a couple little ghostly, like almost lanterns start to come out of the forest towards you guys. Hagrid's going to go, "Oh, is it coming back? No, that can't be it. No. No. What are those? Oh, I guess we're getting a visitation here, guys. What you guys see come, there's about 20 of them. And they start to surround the entire circle of you guys and almost like light everybody up. They're quite small. They are ghostly like apparitions with what looks to be a little lantern that they're holding. Hagrid's going to say, "Oh, they're just some hinky punks. Nothing really too much to worry about. Just don't ever follow them. They like to play tricks on people in the forest here. They like to lead you to, well, areas that you won't be able to find your way out of. They like to like swampy areas. They'll try and get you in like quicksand or some quick mud, stuff like that. Other than the fact that they just enjoy a little bit of mischief, they're quite harmless. Just don't ever follow them. So that is your introduction to Hinky Punks. You'll be able
They're
to
cute.
like not touch them, but you'd be able to like hover your hand and they'll just like float over top of them. And as soon as like they look at you, it's almost as if they move 5 feet, look back at you, move 5 feet, look back at you, almost as if they want you to follow them. So they're like literally trying to make everybody follow them into the forest. Hagrid, you're going to see is pretty much just going to have his wand out, light it up, go, no, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. Thank you for the visit, but go back. Go, go, go.
I'm sure there's
Well,
going to be at
students?
least 1 or 2 people that are going to follow.
Yeah, we'll say Fred definitely tries to go and follow these things.
Maddie definitely picked one up in her hand before it left.
Mhm. Yeah, you wouldn't. There's no weight to them at all.
Yeah.
It's just it's almost like grabbing a piece of fog with a little lantern on them.
They're so cute.
Well, students, I hope you enjoyed my story. I do have quite a few more. Maybe on weekends I'll see if I can make this an eventful outing. Yeah, that could be fun. Since I'm technically one of you guys now, I may as well get to know all of you.
How's your studies going, Hagrid?
Busy, learning a lot.
Did my notes
James
help?
is doing quite well. Pardon, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Did my notes help?
Oh, that was you. Right, I forgot to mention, thank you. Yes, some of it I understood. Some of it's going to take some time. Technically, it's been a while. Like, I know quite a few things. I've just never been allowed to do it. I was only in my just finished second year when I was first expelled. So I'm happy to learn again and be allowed to actually use magic again.
That's good.
Well, it's late.
I-
It's cold. I think it's time for you guys to go to bed. Any questions before we finish?
I heard there were going to be creatures here.
Oh, that was these guys, dear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They're
sorry.
cute.
I thought that was part of the entertainment for tonight. Sorry.
I thought they were a surprise for you.
Oh no, sorry. I figured that out with them about an hour ago.
Oh, that's
Took a while to get them to understand what I wanted them and when I wanted them, but sorry, the atmosphere of Halloween. I figured I'd add a little bit of fun.
Oh, thanks. They were so
They're
cute.
creepy,
I really like their little
but they're cute.
eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to actually come up with a picture for those things was hard.
Yeah,
That was like the 30th version that I liked.
that was great.
Yeah, there's really not a lot. Just never follow them alone into a forest. That's all I can say. But they do sometimes like to come around at night and just hover near you. Cool. All right. Anything else you guys want to do for the evening, or do you want to call it from there? Halloween done.
I'm good.
You're muted, Mary. Perfect. Well, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. We had a little bit of fun tonight. We were down 2 players for the half, but we got through it a little bit late. But you guys enjoyed some time in the library. Now I have a whole bunch more stuff to do for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
makes
Thank
me
you.
happy. Makes you happy? Makes me happy. Mariana, what do we have else going on?
Right. So I am looking at our event tonight. Obviously, we have Legends of Myth. Well, Saving Mythos, which is the season 2 at 5 p.m. EST. At 7 p.m. EST on the server. Right? Is it tonight?
Yep.
Right, Belvedere?
No.
Yeah, it should
it's
be on
just
for
Memphis
tomorrow.
tonight. Yeah,
Sorry?
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
night.
Should be
Belvedere's.
yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow in that case, at 7 p.m. EST, Chronicles of Orth.
Yep.
On the channel, so if you want to listen to that, join our Discord. Then on Monday, we have Vecna, Eve of Ruin, at 10 a.m. EST here on Twitch. On Tuesday, at 7 p.m. we have on the Discord Humblewood.
Yep. No, on Monday. Monday night. 7
Monday
p.m.
night,
Eastern.
7 p.m. It's confusing me, this.
I know.
Then we have The Fate of Phandalin on
Tuesday night, 7 p.m.
Tuesday, 7 p.m. I'm trying to think because of the times. Sorry, guys. And on, well, I don't know if Thursday we're gonna do on November 14th, Giants and Dragons. It is scheduled to be seen
for 9 a.m.
For 9 a.m. EST on the Discord server. And then we have 7:30 p.m. on Thursday as well, Call College. And then on Saturday, a week from today, Strixhaven, A Magical Multiverse at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. It says 9 a.m. still in Discord, but it is 10 a.m.
Yeah, we will change that.
Yep.
Make sure.
So lots going on, either on
quite a
Twitch
bit.
or in Discord.
Yeah, and if you want to be part of some of it, there's also people, quite a few people recruiting for different games right now. So if you want to be a part of that, join the Discord, and there will be, you can check on our players needed section, and you'll be able to join several of the games that are ongoing.
Yep.
So, sorry about the mess up with the times.
That's okay. Daylight savings, it kind of
It's not even the daylight savings, it's the fact that I'm 5 hours ahead, so for me sometimes it's the next day.
Yep.
So yeah. Thank you everyone for joining.
Yeah. Thanks guys. That was fun. We got some pranks, we learned a lot, and we had a bunch of stories today.
Yeah.
Worked out.
Yeah. I love the Halloween content. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem. Figured it was time for something just me talking.
Well, see you everyone next time.
Bye.
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 And welcome back, Chester.